I'm pretty sure.
Everywhere.
I'm pretty sure. Ask Mom right now to go take a picture of the shelf in the corner, because I think it's over there.
Interesting. All right, we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff on that shelf, all right?
There is a lot of weird stuff on that shelf. Is that how I can kind of see it, too. I can kind of picture the DVD being there.
Yeah,
because you think that this was one of a compulsive dad buy?
How old was I? Him and I always watched all the spy crap, you know?
It's just weird because it's like another one of those, they just don't come out with like the 20th anniversary edition. There's no 20th anniversary edition of this. And you think that they would have like taken advantage of that.
Maybe. Unless the main actors requested it not to be, because it was like their, the movie that ousted them as having an affair. This is when they started having an affair.
Now hold on, Rachel. Hold on. I can't speak for Angelina. Angelina Jolie was married to who?
I don't know.
Not Billy Joel. Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Joel. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt were getting a divorce.
That's fine, but they still had an affair.
It's homewrecking movie.
It kind of was.
Here we are on our Summer of Spies. We found the homewrecker movie.
I know, and you'd think it was going to be North by Northwest, but no. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, if anyone was going to do it. Master of Disguise should have done it. It should have caused a lot of divorces, but it didn't.
Yeah, it
as
really
far
should
as
have.
I know.
Should I read what Google AI tells me?
Sure.
All right, so during the filming
That's
of
a
Mr.
reliable
and Mrs.
source
Smith
as
in
any.
2004, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie developed a romantic relationship while Pitt was still married to Jennifer Aniston. Although they initially denied any romantic involvement, both later admitted to falling in love during the movie's production. The on-screen chemistry between the two actors was undeniable, and their relationship fueled dating rumors throughout the filming and after the movie's release. Jolie was recently divorced. He was just married to Jennifer Aniston.
Okay. They were not.
They announced their
yet,
separation in 2005. So.
All right. Well, you know, this movie's a homewrecker. I am Kevin.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is Shelf Life, Volume 6, The Summer of Spies, podcast where a brother and sister team always eat dinner at 7 o'clock. But also go through pop culture one. Yeah, I kind of do. Go through pop culture one at a time, no matter the genre, to determine in long walkthroughs to determine whether or not the subject at hand belongs on your shelf, both digital and physical. Rachel, we're in the dog days of summer. What is up for contention to the shelf today?
We're adding a little romance to our spies. Well, I guess we already had, but this one's
we've had romance.
Same idea. A little bit more on the nose, though.
It's an action romantic comedy.
Yeah, it's an action romantic comedy from 2005. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Directed by Doug Liman. Folks at home.
Are you asking me?
Rachel and I. No. It is. Okay. I don't know if it's pronounced Lyman or Lehman. I think it's Lyman. We did not, when we set out to make the card, realize that Mr. and Mrs. Smith and then the main event, which will be Born Identity, are directed by the same person.
Look,
we didn't know that.
I had another one for this slot. A similar, idea. Yeah. But then
Similar
we would have had the
tone,
same
theme.
actor in two of the things, and Kevin was against
and
that.
Same director.
Same director. This was the next one on the list, and I was like, well, we could replace it with this one instead.
And we didn't realize that
and then
the
same
director.
thing happens. So
yes, you are and I'll repeat it when we do Born Identity, I'm sure. You're getting us doing the same director.
Oops.
Back to back. That's fine. That's fine. It's going to be easy enough to figure out what the contrast, to compare and contrast the movies. But this is, of course, 2005's Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the romance, comedy, action, spy hitman movie with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And as we alluded to, the most famous thing about this movie at the time was, of course, that
the tea.
It was accused of potentially breaking up Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, who he was married to at the time. Mm-hmm. And then Brad Pitt immediately... I don't think they got married. I don't think they got married until a while after that. But Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie started having kids and had a treasure trove full of children, both adopted and biological. Mm-hmm. And then they had a messy divorce that took like a decade to resolve. Yeah. Like, they didn't get married for like 10 years, and then they got married and they were divorced like 2 years later.
This is the start of it right here.
It all stems from this.
Wow.
Yes. Rachel, I've got to start this off the way that we always start off our Shelf Life episodes, of course. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, your history with it, and what is it about?
Honestly, I don't know if I remember, like, the specifics of watching this. I think we watched it as a family, maybe.
That's my memory, too.
I think we might have rented it, and then it might have been just, like, a dad bought it because it was a fun spy movie type of thing. And I probably liked it.
And that's where that's what you were saying. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Because I think we did watch it as a family. I can, like, remember sitting in our family room watching it.
Yeah.
But I have that. Don't recall, like I don't even remember that that's on their shelf. So
I'm pretty sure it's there. But
anyway, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. The movie is about Brad Pitt's spy and Angelina Jolie's spy finding each other while on a mission, separate missions. They do not know each other as a spy, falling in love, getting married, and then they're outed as spies to each other. It's kind of that whole situation. They're also not having a really good
it's them having
right now because they've been married for like years.
They've been married for 6 years,
5 or 6 years.
Yeah, when they find out that it's the fallout about finding out that they're both spies. That's what they're dealing with.
Exactly.
Have you? Because I will tell you right now, I do not recall watching this after we watched it 20 years ago. Or not completely 20 years ago, but almost. So you've watched this multiple times. You're more familiar.
Probably
with this.
When I was younger, but yes.
Okay.
Not like recent. I think not very recently.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think this is a one and done. I think we watched it as a family, and I don't remember ever watching it again. The scene where they fight each other in the house.
Yes, that's like probably the most famous scene of it.
Mm-hmm. It's probably the most iconic scene. I remember more because of Treehouse of Horror when Homer and Marge do this, because they do a parody of Mr. and Mrs. Smith because they were kind of creatively bankrupt at the time, The Simpsons were. So they did that as a Treehouse of Horror episode. So, like, it sticks in my brain because of that more than probably the rest of the movie does. That's all I kind of know about this, is that all of the shit about Brangelina and Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Folks at home, you have to understand. Nowadays, there's too much news and too much social media, so there's a million fucking couples and shit. And the younger folks probably only pay attention to couples that are, like, on TikTok and Steam and YouTube and shit. And God knows who any of those fucking people are.
Sure.
And then you've got the higher tier where you've got, like, the Blake Lively crap with, like, all the stuff that happened with her movies and Taylor Swift shit and all of that kind of stuff. We're talking that level of exposure.
Yeah.
Was Brangelina.
Right.
Okay? So if you weren't around during that time, that's what this was.
Thing. That was the thing on all the tabloids. That is what they talked about on everything, on E! Network or whatever that was, and all of those. That is what was talked about.
Yeah. Was Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie and being the hottest couple in Hollywood and all that kind of shit was front and center in your fucking face. You could not do anything about it. That's what you're going to know about these people. And they kind of take advantage of it with the movie, right? Because
I think so.
In the marketing, they could, say, like, here it is, Brangelina.
Right. They gave him, like, a couple name, I think, for it. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it probably wasn't the first couple name, but, like...
you think, okay, I got you what you mean, yeah.
Go back and, like, watch The Office and, like, those kind of things. Like, they talk about, like, Brangelina, or, like, they'll put the characters' names together.
Yes.
You go back to forums.
Oh, that's what everybody does.
Day,
when you ship them and everything, they always put the names together. They still do that. That's still, like, a thing people do.
The tennis player, like, you go on tennis forums and they'll put Yannick Sinner. I'm a tennis fan. They'll put like Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz because they're like they're gonna fight each other for the next 20 years. They put their names together, so it'll be like Sin Cara's.
The Sin Cara
it's another
is like
Sin Cara's file.
Yeah.
This is where it became popular to do that. That's the lasting legacy of
period.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's really what this is known about. The background on it, I don't have a ton of background on it for you, Rachel. And I don't have a ton of background on the homewrecker side of things. Because
I don't think we need it. We talked about it for 3 minutes. We don't need it anymore. It's fine.
That's fine. I don't really like celebrity gossip at all. I know too much about these people.
Because we know it, it's just funny.
Than I would ever want to know. No, I think it's funny. I do think it's funny. And the fact that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie had such a bad falling out then afterward, too, where, like, she accused him of abuse, and he went into rehab, and the kids dropped his name, I think, now.
Yes. Yeah.
So, like, all of this stuff.
There's a lot going on.
And I think that Angelina Jolie is a weirdo. She's always been a weirdo.
She's very odd. She's an odd person.
When she was married to Billy Bob Thornton, that was the weirdest fucking couple. Like, Rachel, have you ever seen the clip? I don't remember what they were going to. It was some awards show, and she was, like, hanging off of him and, like, biting his ear, and he goes, like, we fucked in the car on the way here? To the guy who puts the microphone is like, how are you guys feeling tonight? And he said, we fucked in the car on the way here. I mean, that's a story for another day.
Oh
but my point is that Angelina Jolie is weird. Brad Pitt could be kind of a total asshole. Like, I don't know. But that's what we're dealing with here, of course. Rachel's trying to find the clip now. She's like, I gotta find this thing. The one time we don't have a visual of Rachel because her face looked disgusted, horrified, surprised, and amused.
That's what she's doing.
She's like all over him. Yeah. Very odd.
Because the person was like, what's the most exciting thing you've done in a car? They knew what they were fucking asking.
Yeah, they knew what they were asking.
Because the guy goes, well, it's gotta be today. I'm gonna tell you right now, what are you from? What are you from? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, we fucked in the car on the way here. It's like, all right, dude. Come on. And she's just going, and then, like, making out with him.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? She must have taken something. She took something in that car.
She was probably on drugs. I mean, it always felt performative. It always felt 100%. Performative. And Brangelina felt pretty performative, too.
Oh, a lot of it just feels performative.
There's a lot of... The capital is in a lot of the blood of a lot of these Hollywood couples and shit and stuff like that. I truly think... I do think that. It's not just because I happen to be wearing a Capitol shirt, but
and I just read Sunrise on the Reaping.
I do think that like that, and with YouTubers and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure that happens. But the movie, though, the movie was written by Simon Kinberg. He had this idea. There's a potential that he plagiarized it.
I wouldn't be surprised. New Zealand
author that has a very, very similar story. But Simon Kinberg said that he got the idea in grad school. He actually submitted it for his thesis or something like that. Like as the premise, it got picked up. Nicole Kidman was going to be Jane.
Oh, good Lord.
And dropped out to go do like the Stepford Wives or something.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, no, what are your thoughts? Because I thought that she'd be better.
You thought Nicole Kidman would have done better?
She's stilted. I'll give you that. In this type of role, it would have been... okay, you know what? Because I'm thinking, didn't she do Bewitched?
Yes.
Or didn't she do Bewitched at the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would have been around the same time, right?
I think so.
Okay, so her comedy chops might not have been the best.
The comedy part of it, sure. But the way, like, Angelina Jolie does it, she's less of the comedy. She's more of the, like...
Femme fatale.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman
she's
couldn't have
very
done that part.
Serious.
Black Widow.
She's the serious,
yeah.
While Brad Pitt is the joke. And
the goofer. Yeah.
Right. So I feel like she really wouldn't be able to do that because she would come off like, well, I mean, with the stuff that she's in now, she would come off as that wacky, a bit weird.
Interesting.
I feel like
I was going by, no disrespect to Angelina Jolie, Nicole Kidman I think is a better actor. So I thought that Nicole Kidman might have given it...
They're both very odd people.
Yeah, they're very odd. All actors are.
So
every person that we talk about on this fucking show is a weirdo, unless proven otherwise. I just thought that she has more charisma than Angelina Jolie. Does that make sense? I've always found Angelina Jolie to be strange.
I love Nicole Kidman in Practical Magic. So in Practical Magic, I
don't even know what that is.
Oh, okay. Well, I really like her in Practical Magic. I think she's supposed to be the more sexy sister who is a little bit more like hoo-hoo out there kind of a thing. So I like her in that. So maybe I'm only thinking of her as that character, and then I just can't place it as like a spy. So I'm thinking of her as a witch and not a spy. I guess like
playing a witch.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt was already signed on to do it, but when Nicole Kidman dropped out, he was like, well, I'm going to do something else. You're going to take forever to do this or whatever. I think Doug Liman was already like attached to direct it, and he was able to get Angelina Jolie, and then Brad Pitt came back into the fold.
And I'm assuming they picked Angelina Jolie because Tomb Raider, because she has like that action kind of part to her.
Yeah, she's got a little action background to her. She looks like she's very, very hot. She's a very pretty woman.
Yeah.
She has spy features. She should have been a Bond girl.
She's like a handsome woman. She's got like those sharp features and stuff that just like
curves and stuff. But she's very curvy. So she's got a video game character's build. Hence why she was cast as Lara Croft.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was like one of the things they were thinking. This was one of those movies, and every once in a while they happen. They don't happen as often now. That got sold on star power. It's all about star power. We have a movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Spend your $10, come see it. That's all that people needed to know.
Right.
I was sort of surprised that I didn't go see this with a group of guys and girls.
Sure. I could see that. I could have seen you guys going to go for it.
It's that kind of movie where like I could have seen some of my girlfriends saying like, oh, we'll go see Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's a date movie, right? It's a movie
absolutely a date movie.
You easily could have done that. I don't know, with this summer... 2005.
I guess she was in Hackers too. I'm just trying to look at her what like she had in her background that like
what would have been
right.
Yeah,
what would have made them think,
oh,
Angelina Jolie. Besides, she's hot, which is probably the only thing that they were thinking. But
I just think it's star power. I think
you're right. I think it is just star power.
They considered Will Smith. They considered Catherine Zeta-Jones, Johnny Depp, Cate Blanchett, Gwen Stefani. They just wanted big names.
They just wanted a name. They totally just wanted a name. You're right. It was Shark Tale. It was definitely Shark Tale. It was definitely
Shark Tale. She's got the Angelina Jolie lips in Shark Tale. That's all I can remember. I could like picture that. She's got the pouty lips.
The weird fish. Yeah.
Both of them were allegedly, I wasn't able to completely confirm this. I only saw this on trivia in a couple of spots. Were paid $20 million a piece for this fucking thing.
Oh my god.
That's what I mean by like they sold it on star power. And then, do you want to take a guess at the box office, Rachel? Global.
125. It's probably way more than that. 300. 1 billion.
All right, it's not a billion. $100 billion. $487 million.
All right. Well, I was getting there, and then I overshot because you smiled at me, and I was just like, I don't know.
The budget was $110 million, which is insane for this type of movie. Right. For what's on screen, that they overspent.
I mean, it's just a lot of explosions. It's the explosions.
Yeah. $487 million, though, it was one of the highest grossing movies of 2005, which is crazy. Because nowadays, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a show on Amazon Prime. If they were to go back and try to make this into a movie, it would be on Netflix.
Yeah, I think this would end up being a Netflix
movie. Maybe Max.
Yeah.
This would be a streamer. This is not going in the theater. It's like that movie that Chris Evans and Ana de Armas were in. I don't even know what the fuck it's called because
I know what you're talking about.
Came and went.
Yeah.
but that's the kind of movie this is.
I see it.
It's a streamer just throws a bunch of money at 2 stars and hopes that people watch the fucking thing.
Right.
That's where these type of movies have gone. Not just mid-budget spy thrillers, original IP. I'm talking just throw a couple of stars at it and see what happens. Anyway.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a strategy that these streamers have. Apple Plus, I think, does it a lot. But the homewrecking aside, the money it made aside, the star power aside, none of that matters. All that matters is whether or not Mr. and Mrs. Smith has shelf life. Rachel, anything else to add?
I was like already trying to think of something. I don't think I have anything else. I think I'm ready to just jump right into it.
Then when we come back after the break, we will walk through Mr. And Mrs. Smith.
Brad and Angie are, in all fairness, the reason this movie works. Their chemistry is spectacular. When I say chemistry, I mean sort of that old, Gable and Lombard thing.
I did actually know the tango a bit, but this was, we had to relearn everything, and it's one of those strange things where you can do gun training, you can do everything, but the two of us suddenly in dance class together was the moment we both got really embarrassed, and it's a funny thing to have to be, but it's a very cool dance. So if there's ever one, it's a very sexy dance.
It's a hybrid tango.
Mm-hmm.
Tango / frisk / wrestling match. I like the tango, and I think it's sexy.
And
we're back.
Only I might add.
I'm sorry.
With another walkthrough here at Shelf Life, The Summer of Spies. It is Mr. and Mrs. Smith from 2005. Rachel, are you ready for the walkthrough?
I am thoroughly prepared.
Excellent. Here we go. It begins with them at a marriage counselor's office. If anything, the movie it has these subtle, not so subtle. It's about a troubled marriage.
Right.
So there's a lot of marriage, back and forth, and little marriage jokes and stuff,
yes.
like husband and wife jokes.
Yes, a lot of husband and wife jokes. Mm-hmm.
And it tries to varying degrees of success, use it as a metaphor a lot. We'll get into it. But they're at a marriage counselor's office. I'm probably going to call them Brad and Angelina more often than not, because that's what they want you to do.
John and Jane. So John and Jane.
John and Jane Smith, yeah. Brad says it is just a place to do a check-in for them. They think that they're fine, but they were like, we've been married for 5 years.
She said 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years. Yeah, so they're fine, but they just want to, go through and get a tune-up. You never see the counselor.
No.
I thought that could have been a reveal, but, I don't know why you would have had a reveal for that.
Well, I guess the only reveal it could have potentially have been would be the head guy when the woman's oh, you never go behind that door. Nobody gets behind that door. I wanted it to be him if it would be anybody. I don't know why it would be.
His voice is way too obvious, but that would have been something. Would have been a nice little twist.
It would have been something. Because then if she's never seen him either, because I think it's really her company side, right? That's her company side, or it's somebody's company. So if she's never, because nobody's seen him, so then it would have worked. Company. Yeah. Because now he's figured it out, so he's actually undercover. Yeah. So it could have worked.
I don't know if they does anybody get credit as the
voice?
Yeah,
is it just the director?
Credit as the voice. I figured it was just the director. I truly did. I was like, it's probably just Doug Liman. Oh, right. It's William Fichtner. William Fichtner.
Okay.
Is doing it. You would know the actor, Rachel, if you saw his face. He's in a ton of shit. He's one of the colonels in Armageddon. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. So that's even weirder that it is him, and then you wouldn't have him on screen.
I mean, I guess I'm
going to be upfront.
Maybe he was supposed to be in it. Maybe there was actually some shots of him in it, and he was in it more. But then they decided
one of the problems with this movie is a lack of an antagonist, a true antagonist that you see.
Yes.
He could have been the antagonist.
Right.
Like you're saying, the twist could have been that he's also a spy.
Right.
We don't always want to play what could have been, like we're reviewing the thing that is in front of us, but sometimes it's also fun to be like, well, what could have worked? What could have made this work better, or what would we have done maybe in the spot?
Right.
Because you got William Fichtner.
Yeah, that would have been use him.
Anyway,
interesting.
The counselor asks them, wouldn't that have been better though? Like, just as an aside, Rachel, don't you think that would have made it better?
Yes, I think that could have been really like a fun way of bringing it out a little bit more, like twisting it, and then he could like taunt them and be like, "Look, I've brought you together. Like I'm the best marriage counselor you two could have had. I brought you together," and also be like the antagonist. Like that actually would have. And actually getting them like being like, "Oh, you're
I'm kind of mad that wasn't the movie now, because that would have worked."
Right.
So he asked them on a scale of 1 to 10, what is their happiness level? And Brad Pitt doesn't say anything, but Angelina Jolie immediately says 8.
Yes.
And he's like, wait, I
Explain
think
the question?
he didn't want to say the wrong
He
thing.
didn't want
so
to
he's
say
just
the
like,
wrong
"Oh, wait,
number.
wait." So he's
So
like,
he's like,
is,
"Explain it
is
really quick."
one good? Is 10 good? Like, he didn't know. He asked how often they have sex. And
I don't understand the question.
yeah. And then they're like, well, because is one a little or nothing?
Because, you know, zero would be nothing.
Zero should be nothing.
And I feel like, is that supposed to be telling right there? Like, we don't anymore.
that's
like,
the tell.
it's zero. It's
Right,
none.
Yeah. Because they're in a loveless marriage. They're just going through the motion. I think that's
They're
what
roommates.
you're supposed to get.
They're at the
they're going
roommate
through
stage.
the motion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got to a
yeah.
roommate stage, and it's not fun anymore.
They've lost the spark. Yeah. Now, what we're about to learn is that they live in a mansion. They don't live in like
God,
a
yes.
mansion, but
No,
they
but
live
this is like a
in
fancy ass house.
wealthy fucking
Oh,
house.
they are very wealthy.
For the two of them. I think everything could have worked better. And I know that I've been on a kick about making everybody a schlub in the Summer of Spies.
We want more schlubs
But-
and spies. Schlubby spies, damn it.
But wouldn't it have been better to make them a little more everyman? I know that they
I don't. But
hide
why?
the money.
Why would
like
that
pretend
do that?
because it would be more relatable. Like right now, they're just rich people.
Do you want them to
with
be
marriage
relatable?
Problems.
Should they be relatable?
Yes.
They're spies.
Yes, because no, I understand that, but as you unveil the curtain of them being spies, the movie makes it seem like you're supposed to get eased into the fact that they're spies. Like
yes,
it's supposed to be like
absolutely.
a reveal.
I agree with
So,
that. But
would
I don't think
be-
it would. I don't think it would. I don't think they need to be relatable. I don't think they need to be schlubby. I think it kind of just shows the side.
I wanted their
of-
lives to be more mundane. Because I think that would work better
Yes.
in contrast. That
Yes.
they both thought that the other was very fucking boring.
I agree that the mundane needed to come out more. But I think it's also showing they're not middle class, though they're higher class, right?
They're high up there.
Right.
Yeah, middle, if they are.
And they're both just focused on work and nothing else, I think is kind of where they were going with this. But I also agree that the mundane needed to pop up more. So I don't know. I don't know if it needed to be schlubby middle class person.
Schlubby is a bad adjective for it. I think
I know.
mundane is what
Everyday
I'm thinking
mundane middle class versus this like higher class super focused on their work type of person.
If your driveway has a curve in it, like to the point where you could have a stop sign in the driveway, you're not lower class at this. You're not the mundane at this point, I guess I should say. Anyway, the credits come up.
Very simple.
Very Born Identity. It looks like Doug Liman's last
Why,
movie.
the way that they kind of like move slightly?
Yeah. I thought I was like, okay, you can tell it's the same director because it's the same style of credits here. I've talked about promise, progress, and payoff, the things that Brandon Sanderson talks about in like his lectures. One of the things that you promise is tone, and I feel like it's a little all over the place these first 5 minutes because I don't think that the credits match the tone they're going for in the counselor's office.
Well, what do you think that the credits are doing that it doesn't match?
They're too serious. I thought that they could be a little more
You don't
animated
think that's
and
kind
fun,
of what
more
this is?
lighthearted.
But this beginning isn't lighthearted. This is serious.
Fair, but then I would
Right?
say that the tone, the promise, the tone that it's promising jumps around a lot then as
like-
you go throughout the movie.
Okay, think Best in Show, where it feels like it's taking
Yes.
itself seriously, but it's kind of silly, and you're laughing at it
Yes.
because it's like, wow, this is just obscure. But it doesn't go so obscure.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
a farce.
kind of goes like, I'm gonna just be
So
a
you
little
think that they're
jokey.
trying to go for farce?
I think so, a little bit, yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't take that away from it, but
Like, not that
I
that
see where you
far.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think it's just because of Brad Pitt's character
I got
most
it.
of the time.
Okay, we learned that they met in Colombia 5 years ago,
During like a war?
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago. I do like
That's
that
what I
it
was
came
trying
up
to
and
figure
said
out,
5 or 6 years ago. That was kind of funny. Like,
Yeah, that's fun.
haha.
I think it's like there's some civil war or like some civil unrest going on.
Oh, yeah.
People apparently the Colombians were not very happy with the way that this city was portrayed because they were like, one, this city is not in the jungle; it's in like the fucking mountains. And then they're like, two, they made it look like it's like this little like podunk city, and it's like a big city. It's the capital city. It's not like this little like rural village. I don't know if it looked that rural, but
I don't know if it looked too rural, but I understand like their thoughts. Like, of course it does. If it doesn't look like your city, you're gonna like, no, that's not it at all.
It looks like a Hitman level, though.
They definitely look like a Hitman level. Vibe. Absolutely.
Down to the Brad Pitt's hotel room. Looks,
and the hotel room!
The bar look like straight out of the video game.
Absolutely.
At this point, I think Hitman already existed, and I think there's even an Easter egg for it at some point in there, too. That definitely looked spy, genre-esque because of that. Pitt is wearing this weird outfit with like an ascot on or something. I was like, what? He was like one step away from wearing the Seinfeld puffy shirt. It's like it does kind of have
a tie. Yeah, you're right. It does have like a weird little tie. I didn't think about that.
It's a weird little tie thing.
It's like otherwise it's just like a white button down
the entire time.
You know?
Yeah, but it's like
it's open.
You don't want to stand
and then there's
out.
A little tie.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was like some sort of traditional garb that he's supposed to like blend in better with on, but it's like you're Brad Pitt.
Yeah, you're not going to blend in.
One thing about Brad Pitt in this entire movie, because I've always talking about people's hair on Volume 6.
Yes.
I don't like the buzz cut.
No.
I don't like the buzz cut on him.
You want to talk about mundane and blah. That's mundane right
there.
His buzz cut.
It makes him look kind of blah.
He looks a little blah.
So used to him with the age lines in his face that gives him like a lot of character. Mm-hmm. But then also the longer hair makes more of the Brad Pitt character come to life than this buzz cut. Like, even in Fight Club, he had some shape to it. This is just like there. We learned that someone shot the Barracuda. Was that what I heard? So I figured like some like drug lord or something got shot. Mm-hmm. And the police are looking for solo tourists because they think it was they suspect that it was a hit.
Right.
And of course he is a solo tourist. So he's like, oh shit.
Right.
And then Angelina comes in. She's got a knife in her, what's that called?
Garter?
Like around her leg.
Her garter?
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Garter. Yeah.
And she's wearing
eye each other.
Also wearing white and like this.
Also wearing white. Yeah.
Top that's giving her a big boob look and, skirt and everything.
Was it? I did not think about the big boob look. I guess I should have been
it's just
more.
A tank top. Her boobs are like popping out. She's got
does
some
have
cleavage.
Big boobs.
She's got some cleavage. So
yeah.
And they're asking her like, "Are you alone? Where are your papers?" What were you saying?
Yeah. And they
What about who?
She's Angelina. She's John Voight's daughter.
In Mission Impossible.
Yeah, John Voight from Mission Impossible.
Yes.
In real life, Angelina Jolie is his daughter. If that makes any sense at all.
It's weird.
Yeah, isn't it? Like, in what world did Angelina Jolie fall out of John Voight? Don't, Rachel. Don't try to find him in Angelina Jolie. It's not possible. It's not there.
Well, maybe it's the eyes.
Yeah, maybe it is the eyes. And she hates
could be the
him,
eyes.
too, which is fun.
Oh. Yeah.
Which is weird because he was in Tomb Raider. People thought, like, oh, they're going to have, like, a reunion. And it's like, no, that's okay.
Anyways.
So they eye each other up and then realize quickly if they pretend that they're together, they can get out of this.
Yes. We also got to see that Brad Pitt's character has a gun in his back, like...
Yeah, he had a gun in behind his back, too. That's, I guess, supposed to be, like, the reveal that they're, like, up to something.
Yes.
Yeah, they're spies or whatever.
There's something more.
I would have thought that if the two of you are trying to blend in and be like, oh, yeah, we're together.
They look like they could be together.
Not get hassled?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Like,
they, eyed each other like, you're alone,
them...
I'm alone, and we're definitely both tourists. I think that's the whole thing.
That they would not have suspected each other of being spies at that point.
Surprisingly.
They introduce each other as Jane and John, and they go out to dance. They seduce each other and whatnot. It's storming as they dance in the rain. They dance, and it goes on for a bit. And
yeah.
The song, like a Spanish tango or something like that. I wish I could tell you what it is. I think it's even on the soundtrack.
Is that what it's saying? No, that's what it's saying, Kevin. That is what it's saying. It is saying nude, noodle, model, parlay in the nefarious zone. That is what it's doing.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It does say that. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
it has the right tone though for them doing this dancing.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, you gotta have that like sexy dance together. They do it twice too in this, where they do a tango as well.
Yeah, where do you think they took that from?
This is very spy. This is definitely a spy thing.
So they're seducing each other. They make out in the rain a bit. Okay. It's Summer of Spies. We've been talking about spies a lot. Spies like to sleep around on their missions.
I would
know
imagine,
this.
yeah, because they just never
They
know.
do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it seem a tad bit unprofessional, though?
I would think so.
Because now you just think you're sleeping with a civilian. You're not even sleeping with anybody to, like, get the mission done.
Right. I think the mission is over, because one of them killed
Somebody
the guy. One of them
We
did
never
it.
find that out, do they? Neither one of them ever say.
I don't think we talk about this mission again.
Yeah, I don't
Unless
think they
it's
do.
one of the ones that they're talking about in the hallway later. And I think it's like
Yeah,
he says he killed
potentially,
that
but they-
person, and she goes, "Oh my
They
god,
were, like,
I wanted
fucking
that
mumbling.
one." You know, where they're
yeah,
always
they
like
were mumbling, and I can't remember.
right,
Yeah. Angelina Jolie wakes up the next morning in bed,
completely wrapped,
very
in a,
much
in a,
like
in a
like
sheet.
Christy Everhart. Like reminded me of Iron Man when she like wakes
Yes!
up in the bed.
Yes, her
she
hair looks
she
cute
thinks
though, 'cause
that
she's got it like half up, half down. It's like curly.
yeah, she's got sex hair.
It's
Sex
pretty.
hair.
Oh my god.
She thinks that Brad Pitt has left, but then he comes back in. He brought breakfast and a paper.
Yes.
Just-
Newspaper, coffee.
So, you know, this set looks ridiculously like a spy movie / Hitman level. The crappy walls,
right.
the
It's a
giant
massive
window
room.
that
It's
you
got
could
like
climb
multiple
out of.
rooms. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
balcony.
a giant room that makes no sense.
There's
all
still
that kind of
bombs
good
going
stuff.
off because everything is still like shaking and jiggling and everything. And
Yeah.
He brought
so
her a
there's clearly like
flower.
something is going on. She puts the flower in her ear like a little kid. I was like, all right.
well,
Ease up.
if he would have put it in there,
Try
oh,
hard.
good lord, oh my god. Well, I mean that is what she wanted. That is what she wanted. So I mean, all
Yeah.
she had to do was drop
They
the sheet, and I think that's all that would have had to happen. So
I would have been happy with it.
no,
I'm sure Brad Pitt would have been happy with it.
yeah.
They stand in front of a shitty green screen. I think it's supposed to be like old Hollywood though. I think that's the look they're
It
going
does,
for.
yeah, I could see that a little
It
bit.
has that look to it.
right.
It looks bad, but I think that's
On
what
purpose.
they're trying to do, like a old Hollywood romance with a green screen in the back. Like you said, Rachel, there's like bombs going off. It's like some sort of war-tornness is going on here. Cuts to Coney Island, I think. I think they're on the Coney Island pier. They're like at a carnival.
They're at a
and
carnival. Yeah.
they are going to do the pop-up gun thing at the pier where you get to, you know, shoot at some targets and win a prize.
Right.
So she pretends not to know how to shoot.
Which I think is a little
And she,
silly.
like, gets-
okay, I get it. So, like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So she doesn't even hold it right or
Well,
anything.
you can't, like, be a marksman. Like, you have to, like...
Yes, sure.
In cover.
Understandable. He doesn't bother. He wants to show off. So now he's showing off and
He's
shoots at
okay,
everything.
yeah,
he misses
he
one.
is.
He misses
Yeah, he
one.
missed one.
And then she kind of was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're going to show off? Fine. Give me it back. Give me it back. I won't miss. And then, so she doesn't miss anything.
Not having remembered what this movie was, I thought they were going to put two and two together a lot faster, and they just hide the fact that they know the other is a spy from each other.
Yeah, you could have seen that. I could have seen that happening.
You know?
Right.
Like, they're
I know,
like,
we kinda know,
he's
but-
a spy. But I don't want to... We can't let people know that, so, like,
Sure.
we pretend or whatever.
But, like, the thing is that he asks, like, oh, like, how did you do that? Because he says, oh, it was beginner's luck for me. It's like, you're just showing off. Like, that's so obvious. It's such a guy thing to do. And then she
He's
does
on a
it.
date, Rachel.
I know, but it's such a guy
on
thing
a
to
date.
do. I'm just saying. So then she shows off and says, no, look, I can do it. And then he goes, what, like, oh, how did you know how to do that? And she goes, beginner's luck. And all I was like, just say you used to go shooting with your dad or something. Like, actually give yourself a cover here. Like,
Jim
why
Phelps,
would you just
the
say
famous
that?
spy is my dad. Yeah, just say something.
Just say something
you're
like
right.
that. I used to go
Yeah,
hunting
just
with
give
my
give a
dad.
cover. And I always thought that the better route on a date is to just match. I feel like I could be in a. You could
Match
put
it?
yourself in a stalemate date where you match the other person's skill, and then the two of you are just like being like worse and worse, which could have been kind of funny. They could have been taking shots and like missing, and then like both getting like frustrated that
and then the other one
missing.
hits, and then they're like hitting,
and then they're like doing it like behind, and then and then they just keep hitting. Like that could have been fun.
They start doing fancy shots and
and just kept going like, oh, beginner's luck, I guess.
So it would be more of the ones where you're actually like up against each other and having to shoot at the same time.
Yes,
versus...
exactly.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Vince Vaughn is in this?
I know, I totally forgot. I did the same thing. I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot Vince Vaughn was the friend. I'm like, I pictured a friend, but I pictured the friend from True Lies, so I wasn't thinking Vince Vaughn.
And Tom Arnold? Well,
yeah.
This is an upgrade from Tom Arnold. Vince Vaughn is Trump's Tom Arnold. You don't think so? Yes, he does. Rachel. Maybe in True Lies Tom Arnold works. I'm saying as a human being in general, as an actor.
Oh, okay.
I would think Vince Vaughn is better.
I don't know. It's Vince Vaughn's just Vince Vaughn in everything he's in.
Oh, he's Vince Vaughning up and fucking down
it's
this
so
movie.
Obnoxious.
That's all he's doing is Vince Vaughning. He doesn't stop. I wanted somebody to shout. I wanted Brad Pitt to be like, cut, just like in the middle of like he's doing lines and just being like, we're done.
Do a character, not yourself. For the love of God.
And like Vince Vaughn's shtick can be good. It can be very funny. It was just like hilarious watching him do it.
We'll get to it later.
Oh my God, stop. Like he just wouldn't stop.
Yes, there's a lot of points where he just doesn't shut up. And I'm like, did he have a script? And then...
No, I doubt he did.
I don't think he did. But there is like one line that I do laugh at. And we'll get to it later on, where I was just like, that's funny.
Okay. I like the fast talk Vince Vaughn thing that he does. I like that he does that, like...
He works as the friend.
We're going to do this, and you're going to quit, you're going to quit. Okay, I asked for eggs. I asked for eggs, they gave me bacon. I wanted more eggs, they gave me more bacon. What kind of a place would do this? Like, that kind of, like, super fast talking, coming up with stuff.
Sure.
Works.
Yes.
But he does it so much in it. It's like they didn't know how to write a joke, so they were like, Vince, just do something.
Right.
We'll figure it out later. Mm-hmm. He is talking about how he shouldn't ask this girl to marry. That they've only known each other for 6 weeks, and what are you talking about? And
he like gave it 6 months or something too. Like, I'll give you 6 months.
They're at a
like a boxing club,
boxing gym.
Yeah, they're at a gym.
They're like just doing boxing. And Vince Vaughn, of course, turns and hits on some girls because he's Vince Vaughning all over this fucking movie. Meanwhile, Angelina Jolie is with Kerry Washington, her friend, and they're climbing a mountain.
Yep, they're just mountain climbing.
So it's going back and forth
a little
between
too
these
fast,
two scenes.
But they're like
it's a battle of the
sexes.
Yeah.
But they're just with their friends. You know, quote unquote. They're just talking to their friends.
Yeah, at this point, we don't know that they're also like part of the spy org. Yeah.
And they're asking like, what do they do? And so we're like learning a little bit of backstory on their characters.
Jane thinks that he is in construction. He owns a construction company, which would, I feel like, be an intense ass job. But like you would be like,
I think that's
he
the
would
point.
be really handier than he looks, but like then he travels a lot. So it's like, what do you do? That it's like kind of interesting.
Sure.
Like the cover that he has.
Right.
She is a software person.
Yes. She's a software security. She's in security.
So both are like, they're always gone, so it's perfect. The kind of saying like, we can still do our spy stuff because the other one is always like traveling.
They're both very busy.
You can always like, get out of town when you need to because the other one's traveling. Question on this one, Rachel.
Uh-huh.
Do spies get married? Do they get to be married? I mean, we've seen that in True Lies, but like,
we see it
feels
in a
like
lot
one
of
of those
stuff.
Things where
you see that in a lot of stuff.
It just seems like a liability.
Though. I think it is.
Seems like a liability.
I don't think it's something they approve of. I think it's frowned upon to have a family until you're like retired and done, because otherwise they are going to be a liability and there's going to be a lot of issues.
And you're right, it is a trope in pop culture a lot where like the spy has the family, but unless it's a cover, what are you thinking? Like, how are you going to pull this off that you have a family that doesn't know?
Well, I mean, I guess we always think of spies as the Mission Impossible spy. We think of 007 spy. Those are the ones we're thinking of all the time, but like spies can truly just be FBI agents, and you know, they do little things every once in a while, and most of the time they're just doing paperwork. And that's probably more so what it is.
Spies at home, let us know.
right?
Yeah. How much paperwork do you have to do?
Probably a lot of paperwork.
Buried in paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork.
They could do like a mission maybe once a month. Maybe twice a year.
Maybe.
And then all the rest of it's
I'm
just
lucky
paperwork.
if I get a mission twice a year. Otherwise, I'm sitting at this fucking desk all day.
Exactly. Pencil pushers. That's what they are. A bunch of pencil pushers.
Damn right.
I couldn't even say it. A bunch of pencil pushers. There we go.
Pushers.
It's a lot of hard P's there, probably.
Probably. We cut to 5 or 6 years later, and they have a massive fucking house, like we said.
It's like a
and
Home
part
Alone
of that
house
is because
almost.
Assassin is very close to the Home Alone house. Obviously, because us being an assassin is a good gig. Like,
yes,
it
they
pays
both
well.
make a lot of money. Mm-hmm.
And then their cover,
I think
guess,
they
can
also make
justify
quite
it.
a bit of money as both of those things. Yes, I would imagine.
It's a lot of house for 2 people, though. And I
Also
think
true.
that's kind of my point. I know that they like have like their little gadgets and shit like hidden and stuff, but they didn't need to have this Home Alone house for the 2 of them. The fucking McAllisters had that house because they had 20 goddamn
That didn't
kids.
make any sense either, though. That man, what the
No,
hell?
that made no sense.
We'll get to that eventually, but
Yeah.
how is he paying for all of those people?
Oh, they're in terrible debt, or he is also an assassin.
He must be.
We'll figure that out one day.
He must be. That's why he didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
'cause
at
he's like,
least-
Kevin's fine. I already have people like watching him. It's not a big deal.
He's fine. I taught
He
him
can't tell
everything he
anybody
knows.
because the bird lady was in the second one. Who's in the first one? Who's the person he talks
The
to?
sad
The old man next
man,
door.
right?
He's a retired spy, so he's already watching Kevin. It's not a big deal.
That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise, it's the bird
Anyway,
lady.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You can tell which way the winds are blowing by how much stuff we don't talk about. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
So now we're getting to see like
watched
the everyday in the life. Now this is what's going on.
Yeah, and you know what? I know that the software people at IOI for the second iteration of Hitman watched this fucking movie too, because this looks like another set that you would be infiltrating
You totally
on a Hitman
could.
video game.
You totally could. You'd be breaking that sink in their giant ass bathroom, and then you'd hide the body in the closet, their giant ass walk-in closet. Easy
You grab
peasy.
some rat poison from the shack.
Yes. Oh yeah, and then you go down to that kitchen. You can
100%.
do a little hide around the giant island, and they can't see you. So you just keep
She's
moving.
cooking the dinner. Yeah.
You spike it.
Should be a. Folks at home, see if IOI can make a Hitman level where you have to kill the Smiths. I think that would actually be a good.
That would be really fun. That could be
Yeah,
really
good one.
fun.
They're talking with each other and they're asking if the therapy was worth it. I always think Angelina Jolie is going to have an accent.
It
whenever
does feel like she wants
before I
to.
hear her talk. It feels like she's like trying to get an affectation going, like she wants to be British. I don't know why her whole essence like gives it off like she should be British. Part of it's probably Tomb Raider, but
Probably.
I can't remember. Does she have an accent in Tomb Raider? I think she does.
It's potential.
I don't remember.
remember.
It's on the list. We'll cover it. It's a shitty movie, but we'll do it because.
You got to do the video game
You gotta.
movies.
Oh, it's that guy. Because it's 2005 and the OC is popular. Who the fuck is this guy? This guy's name.
What are you talking about?
Do you
Where are you
is
at?
Adam? The next scene is at some spy organization.
Well, okay, you're okay. Hold on. First off,
Did I leave something out? Okay, go ahead.
Let's not yet. So they leave. It does cut back to where Angelina Jolie is cooking in the kitchen, and John is pulling in, and she's doing like this flippy shit with the knives and stuff. He takes his wedding ring from the middle and puts it back on. They're implying stuff here. He's coming back late. He's
Wait.
putting his wedding ring on.
That's
No, it's not. It's
that
right
is-
now.
there's a scene in between that they cut out of the director's cut. I did not know that there was an unrated cut.
Okay, go on.
So I did not watch the unrated cut. I looked up what the differences were, and it wasn't much. It's like they cut a couple scenes and they added a couple scenes.
Okay.
One of the scenes that they cut was they go into this spy agency where the guy from the OC is. So you know it's 2005 because the guy from the OC is in a movie. His name is Adam Brody? Yeah, Adam, which I'm just going to call him the guy from the OC because I couldn't remember his fucking name. All I remembered was
I've never watched
some of the girls
OC,
at school.
so I have no idea what you're talking about.
The guy that's the bait later, Rachel.
Yeah, this guy's like a dork.
It's weird.
With his, he walks around
weird
like...
that they cut it out.
It is
yeah,
weird.
well, he's trying to be like a big shot. I thought he was like an intern or something.
Yeah, he does look
That's
like an
kind of
intern. That's what he gives off. It is weird that they cut this out, too. I agree.
When I was in high school, the girls thought that this was cute, that he was hot, because they liked the OC. They liked the OC.
Yeah, he's
so
got
he had his
that...
moment in the sun for like a year or two.
Mm-hmm. He's got that dorky cuteness. I understand. I get it. But he also kind of comes off pretentious, so...
Yeah, I think that's definitely part of the character for sure.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, he's like an intern. He's trying to like be like a big shot, like walking through, like being like,
oh,
"Hey,
he wanted me.
Yeah,
I have a meeting."
Yeah, he thinks that he's going to a meeting with the boss, and he's like gonna walk in, and he asks, or he's like, "Wait, like nobody goes in there. There's people that have worked here for 30 years, and nobody goes in there. Mm-hmm. You just get the assignment, and you move on." The secretary hands him this like top secret envelope, and he pulls it out and he's like, "Oh, really?" And he gives a thumbs up to this security camera.
Yes,
because somebody's watching him. That's the end of that scene. So like it establishes, I honestly don't know what Doug Liman was thinking cutting this out of the director's
I don't know
cut.
because
it establishes a red herring.
Yes,
I don't understand why they cut it out. The only thing I can think of is they cut it out because you're supposed to think he's a target for them both to get.
Yes.
And this scene establishes that he is also a hitman, but I thought it was
well,
just
I don't know
that
if it does the hitman.
he was captured.
I think it also just kind of gives him like a mission, so you think there's a third agency. So he's on a mission of some sort, but I don't think I think of him like as a spy, but he is given something that he's supposed to be doing. It looks like he's being...
I thought that you could have interpreted it as the mission went south and they caught him, so now they have to kill him. That could have easily been what they were doing. Like they had to go kill him because the mission went south and the government caught him or whatever.
Yes.
Like that, you could have easily thought that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this was important to establish this person as a character.
I think so. I think we need an establishment.
In like 2 other scenes.
Right.
But I don't know.
Interesting.
I'd love to. Apparently, the unrated version on the Blu-ray has Doug Liman doing commentary, so I'd be interested to hear if he explains why he cut it.
Okay. I'll have to go pick up the DVD from Mom and Dad's house.
That's right. As Rachel explained, Angelina is cooking at home, twirling some knives around like a spy. She's good with knives. We learned that she prefers knives almost, I think.
Yes, I agree.
Brad gets home, and I thought he had blood on his collar.
There's like a little red spot on his collar.
I thought she was going to think it was lipstick. I thought it was going to like cause like a whole...
Yes, I think that's what we're supposed to think, right? We're supposed to think the man takes his wedding ring out of the console and puts it on, and he's got some weird red mark on his collar.
That we're not supposed to realize he's a spy yet. But we saw the gun behind his back.
That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
Dude could just have a gun. We don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It is supposed to mirror the idea of a cheating husband. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the putting the ring back on the finger. Mm-hmm. She doesn't notice that he has that never
Nobody's
comes into
coming
play.
home late. Yeah, it doesn't come into play, which is a little annoying. Like you'd kind of think it would, but I think it's literally just for us.
I never thought of that.
I guess that also establishes why they're also having marital problems, right?
Yeah, it's playing with the tropes. Yeah, it is. It's trying to do it. Mm-hmm. She got new curtains.
Yes.
And this whole scene is supposed to be like the mundanity of domestic life. They are bad looking curtains. They do look like curtains though that Angelina Jolie would have picked out. Like I do not doubt that Brangelina had this fucking conversation at some point in like the 20 years that they had to deal with each other.
Right.
They fight about getting the curtains because he clearly does not like them.
They fight in a way that couples fight where they're not yelling. Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
We have to explain that because they're not fighting about it. They're not yelling at each other like, oh my God, I don't want these drapes. These are ugly. Blah, blah, blah. It's...
If you don't like them, we can take them back.
Okay. I don't like them.
You'll get used to them.
Well, what do you think? And he's not really saying. He goes... All right.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything.
I was saying, let's wait on this. And she goes, well, I got them for a good deal, blah, blah, blah. if you don't like him, we can take him back. And he goes, fine, I don't like him. And she goes, you'll get used to him. That's the conversation.
I actually like this. This was a pretty good bit. I like this
good.
bit here. This was good. And you're right. It's very couple-ish.
Yes.
It sets the tone very well. It is humorous in a very subtle way, in that like dry early aughts, mid aughts sense of style of humor. I don't remember if the score matches that, but I think it probably does at this point.
I don't even know if there is a
He
score
goes
at
outside,
this point. I feel like sometimes when they're just talking,
there might not
be any music, so it makes it even more dull.
There was either no, there was either
rain.
none or, you're right. It might have just been rain, but it also could have been a score that was like do, boom, 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 boom.
It
like
does
a background
that.
score.
It does
it's like
do
a
that
bouncy.
when it's like between, yes, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a little
very...
bouncy score to it.
Yes.
He is putting the lawnmower away while it's raining, and he nails a basket. He like shoots, like he just does like a hook shot at the basket.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
You didn't like that as a way to show that they're like meta humans.
Well, it's meta-human, definitely. It's so dumb.
Fucking Dr. J wouldn't have made that shot.
It's just so goofy. Well, so he does that, and meanwhile, she's still looking at her drapes,
but
she's balancing on one leg. Yeah, in her high heels. So yes, again, meta-humans. Goofy. It's a little goofy.
There's a cutaway where Brad Pitt goes to the therapist alone.
Yes.
And he's just like saying, like, because like the therapist asks, like, why'd you come here alone? And he doesn't like have an answer. She never does that though. Like,
yes,
I
kind of wish
that,
she
would
have
been reflected.
Yes, agreed.
Because like, why did he go by himself? Like, what? Like, there's no true through line.
Like,
after that.
It would make sense with like the marriage counselor, whatever, to want to talk to them individually. So I would have liked it if she also would have talked to him individually, and they both had gone at different times. It would have just been interesting for that. Like, especially if, like, he does something, and so then she goes and wants to talk to the counselor, because, like, this one is because the drapes thing.
It would be, like, a narrative, like, thing where you're getting the blatant point of view of them, almost like a narration.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They're in bed, like the Griswolds here. And he tries to go to sleep, but she wants to keep reading, and he's like... Jane. She's like, five more minutes. And won't turn the light off, so that pisses him off. Does she go to the therapist by herself? I just wrote she's at the therapist.
Maybe she is by herself right after this then, too. So this is the parallel.
Yeah, so then it does come back. Okay,
so now we have to redo everything we just said.
Scratch that. So he goes to the therapist after the drapes, or the curtains thing.
Yes. And
talks about how he feels. And then they're in bed. And then she goes to the therapist.
Right. And
it's almost like Bourne... Did you pick up on the Bourne camera work, Rachel?
The way it kind of moves, where it's like it feels like someone's holding
around.
it,
yeah,
and it kind of bounces a little bit.
Like it's handheld.
Yes. Almost found footage-esque.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was like, why? All right, Doug Lyman, I know that Bourne Identity came out 2 years ago, and you're very happy and proud of it. But why is the camera moving around for this scene?
I don't know, because you're having an interview. You'd think it would be, just sitting there, static, easy.
It almost would be. It's funnier if it's static.
Yes,
it's more comedic. If it's static.
It feels more comedic.
But I like that you could pick up on the fact that it's the same director because the fucking camera's moving around. Yeah. What were you going to say, though?
Oh, I was just trying to remember what they were like saying, because he was talking about how he wants to make her happy, and she's talking about there's just this big drawn like gap between them, and she's trying to figure out what it's called, and the guy goes marriage, which I think is like
marriage,
which I'm like, sir, I don't think that's correct.
He's trying to emphasize that they're not alone. That
they're not alone. That this happens.
These struggles happen. Like people feel this way, and that feeling is just a part of marriage.
This does happen.
I agree. Like it's not just like you should hate each other. Husbands and wives hate each other. Take my wife, please. Like that's He's like doing a bit. Dumb. Well, you come in, Rachel, with the perspective of being married.
I do come in with the perspective
single
of a marriage.
ladies. Mm-hmm. Ladies. So I do not have that same perspective on it. So for all I know, this is exactly what it feels empty and hollow, and there's a giant gap between you, and it's miserable. No. You're doing time. You get up in the morning, she's there. You go to bed at night, she's there. It's like you have to ask for permission to go to the bathroom.
But you want each other to be there. Otherwise, why are you married?
And forget about watching TV while you're eating dinner. Because you want to know what you do while you're eating dinner? You talk about your day. Oh, how was your day today? I don't know. How was your day today? It's the bit from the Kramer.
Oh, no, I hear it. I hear it. I get it. I got you.
I love that bit.
It's so goofy.
So they do all this little, mean, passive-aggressive stuff to each other because they're a married couple.
Oh, my God. They have this table that they sit at on opposite ends of each other, like they're freaking royalty.
It's like Citizen
What
Kane,
is
this table.
What is this?
This table is like Bruce Wayne, like the fucking Wayne Mansion has this table at it.
Like, you need a butler to hand you anything that's in the middle. Like, this is ridiculous.
I
he
don't
wants
know about
her to
you,
get
Rachel.
up to pass the freaking salt. Get your own
I
damn salt.
As
If you're gonna salt everything,
get
you
your own
hate
damn
it.
salt. Yeah, he hates everything. He puts salt on all the food. I didn't get that either. Like, that was a very subtle joke that he puts salt on everything.
Yes.
I eat all my meals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat a single meal at a kitchen table.
Sometimes,
unless there's people here. Like, I eat at the island in my kitchen, or like on a stool. I eat in front of the television. I'll eat off the fucking floor if I have to. In bed. I never eat at the kitchen table. So as a married person, if I'm at mom and dad's house, I'll eat most of the time. I'll eat at the table. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we'll we'll take our food and we'll go like watch the movie or whatever.
Right.
At friends' houses, if it's like the game's on, we'll eat in front of the game. Very rarely do I eat at the kitchen table unless it's like a formal date or whatever.
Right, event or something.
As a married person, my question to you is:
okay, go on.
Do you guys eat at the kitchen table?
It depends on what we're eating. If it's something that's going to be messy, yes, because you don't want to get it on everything or on the carpet or something. And no, we don't sit across from each other on either end of the longest point of the table. Most of the time,
that was going to be the follow-up.
We don't. We'll sit next to each other. We sit next to each other.
Oh, like that weird couple at like in the.
We've only done that sometimes. We only do that sometimes. But one person's at like the head part, and the other person's like on the side of the table because ours is like an oval. All right, so you have somebody on the long side and somebody on the short side. I know the shape
of your table.
Yes.
I was gonna say, do you sit on the sides of the table versus at the ends of the table? Because I could see both of you sitting on the sides.
We
of
could,
the table,
but it feels really
sense.
Weird being like across from each other at home.
But I think mom and dad do that too.
If we're
dad
at
sits
like
on like
a restaurant, maybe. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Dad sits at the head of the
dad
table,
sits on
and mom
the
sits on the
end,
side.
and mom sits on the side.
Yeah,
and they're like next to each other.
Right. Yeah, that's how we sit. So it's kind of like if you're at a restaurant, right, and you have the square table, and you're sitting like next to each other on the corner versus
just
across from each other.
Picture.
Well, I'm trying to make it you understand it because like sometimes you see it where it's like in shows and movies they'll put each like from across from each other. But I like sitting next to each other on the corner because you can hear each other. You just feel closer.
It depends. It kind of depends. It depends on the intimacy. It depends on the atmosphere. Yes. If I do sit across at a restaurant or next to.
Yes.
Interesting. Now I'm going to be paying.
There's a different dynamic
pay attention
there.
to that next time.
Watch people in the restaurant too, how they sit.
We just caused a bunch of people a ton of fucking. Yeah, we caused a ton of people a ton of fucking strife because now they're going to go out to a restaurant and they're not going to sit down. They're going to be thinking about this. They're going to be like, ah,
where do I sit?
Where do I sit down?
Do I pull the chair out?
Anyway, they're at this Bruce Wayne Citizen Kane table.
Yeah, the formal dining room.
He's asking. He's asking for salt, and
she's like, "It's in between us.
Salt's on.
It's between us."
Yeah, he watches her from across some weird hall thing. Okay, if you have enough turns in your house that there's a courtyard where you can look out one window and into another window, so that you can see her like working on doing work.
Yeah,
your house is too big.
Yeah, it does feel like it's a little silly.
As she's getting ready to leave, I think he's questioning her on why she's leaving, but then I think he's also like hoping that she's leaving for enough time to be able to get a job done.
Yeah, so he might be doing something like he's just it's one of those things where they know each other is doing something because I think he also has that like, is she going to work, or is she having an affair? I think that might also be supposed to be going through her head, because she's
That'd be
laughing,
two true
because she's
lies.
laughing on
They
the
couldn't
phone
have done
and
that
stuff
because
and
that would have been-
smiling.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's thinking. Like, is she having an affair?
Yeah.
So I think that's
because
supposed to.
I thought he followed her, and then we find out that
Yeah.
he didn't really follow her.
Right.
I guess
But they
that would
also-
have been too much of True Lies, but
Right. So they don't really talk to each other, though, right? Ever. So it's one of those things where they know that
Right.
each other's doing something, so they're just kind of like putting each other in that way of, okay, you can tell me what you're doing, but I'm not going to ask. You know, like, oh yeah, I gotta go to work because, you know, something's happening. He's like, oh, okay, but I'm not gonna like outright ask you because we're in like an awkward space of we don't know how to communicate. I think that's part of it.
they've lost the ability to communicate.
Yes.
I
He's
thought
like,
he
I was
followed
looking
her to
for
this-
the, you going out? You going out?
Yeah.
You going somewhere?
well, that's because, as you would say, he's kind of a goofier spy, where he doesn't always
not
put
subtle.
his best spy foot forward. Yeah. I thought followed her to a hotel, but he really just gets in like a cab and ends up at a different space. It just kind of, you just think
You
that,
kind of
that
think
he
that
goes
they're
to
following
this
each
place.
other. Mm-hmm.
He drinks
She
from
kind
from
of-
a flask,
Yes, he's
'Cause he is
drinking
a
from a
spy.
flask. Mm-hmm.
and all
And-
spies are drunks,
Right.
as has been established.
Yes.
She kind of what?
No, I was gonna say at this point she kind of puts on an outfit to just pull from one
She's
of our
dressed
other.
like Yor.
Yes. Exactly. I thought this is a very
Yeah.
Yor scene. If we want to pull from one of our other spy stuff, like that's what's happening here. Mhm.
Dressed like Yor.
Yes.
I mean, it's a dominatrix outfit, is what it
It's-
turns out to be. But
Yours is
before
a
that, I was like, oh,
fancy
she's dressed like
dress.
Yor.
Right. She's literally just
in-
wearing like leather lingerie. But yes.
Yeah. Well, eventually, but like
Eventually.
at first, when you
Yes,
like saw
yes,
her
yes,
like
yes,
in the
yes.
dress get up, yeah. She gave some like spiel about how some software crashed downtown, so she's got to like go there immediately. They're like freaking out about it, so she has to like
so she
go
has
on
to go
site
fix
to
it.
do it. Mm-hmm. He's in an Irish pub of some kind, goes to the back and acts completely drunk. The employees in the back
Somebody.
are playing.
They could be
poker.
employees. They could just be like regulars, friends of the
Yeah.
boss kind of guy.
Well, because they keep telling him like Lucky isn't gonna like you coming back here, and Pitt is asking like acting super drunk
And stupid.
and being like, oh, who's
Ooh,
Lucky? Like, he's
poker.
not here. Here's-
Look at
yeah,
this
there's a
chair's
seat
open.
right
I
here.
want to
I'll sit
play.
right
Look, I
here.
have money.
Yeah.
Who wants it?
And then at the same time, Angelina Jolie is doing a scene straight out of Yor's playbook, pretending to be an escort,
Yes.
and
call
she
girl.
is. Yes, and a dominatrix to be specific,
Very
because she's like got the leather on and the whip and everything.
Yes.
Her mark, because like I mean, you know where what's happening here. You watched the fucking trailer.
Yes.
So she disrobes for him. So she's in like all like the hot dominatrix gear because it's 2005 Angelina Jolie. You got to do it. And he's like, "Oh yes, this pleases me." Like you could tell he's like some sort of crime lord or
Right.
something.
He's a boss of some sort. Yes.
At the same time, and they parallel it again by doing like the cutbacks between what she's doing and what he's doing. Brad
He's
is having
a good old time. Grand old time
fun
with these
time
Irishmen.
playing poker with them.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was like a scene out of Snatch. He was right back
Just
to
feel
Snatch.
that way.
So Lucky comes back and walks into the room, and the other like guys that he's playing with are like, "Lucky, no wait, what does he say? Something about like you're the mark or you're the
you're
something."
Lucky?
He
What is it, kid? You looking for a job or something?
Yeah, that's right. You looking for a job or something? And he goes, "No, you are the job."
And then
he shoots
shoots him.
And he had the gun. I don't know how he was sitting. I was trying to figure that out. So he must have been sitting like arms crossed, with the gun like, yeah, pointed.
I think he was like had his arm down on the table
yeah,
so that the guys would think he's just kind of like leaning with his arms crossed.
yeah.
But then he had it kind of wiggling underneath his armpit, the gun.
He shoots Lucky from the back and then kills the rest of them. And I think this is supposed to be the twist of the movie here, where it's like, oh, they're assassins.
Yes, I think that's supposed to be like our first like, haha, look, the mundane and married couple aren't just having weird life things. They're
Right.
assassins.
If you somehow in 2005 never would have, it was all over the place,
was
would not
everywhere.
have seen the trailers or know what the premise of the movie is, this would have been the twist
This
for
was
you.
finally the reveal of them, being who they
Did
are.
anyone not know that, folks at home? Did you watch this movie not knowing that? I don't know how you could, because like even the fucking poster is them with guns.
Right.
They look like spies on the poster.
Exactly.
He had a pair of threes, by the way, Rachel.
He did have a pair of threes.
Shitty hand. Mm-hmm. Throw that away. Fold.
Well, I think it was the other guy's pair of threes, and he was bluffing.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
what it was. And he's like, "Oh, you had a pair of threes." I think
That's
what it was.
I thought he was mad that all he had was a pair
No,
of threes, but you're right.
I
Okay.
think he was looking at the
Because
other
that
guy's
would make
card.
sense. Why would he say that? So he was looking at the other guy's been like, a pair of threes? Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he got him out, yeah. She's doing the whip thing,
yeah,
dominatrix style.
and calling
on
him naughty.
on this guy. Yeah, so, that whole thing. I thought that was interesting, though, that this was in a mainstream movie in 2005, that, like, straight-up dominatrix stuff in a movie that made $500 million
Well,
is...
you're either an actual dominatrix or you're a spy, and you have to pretend to be one. Or all
But to
dominatrixes
put-
are
but to-
spies.
Well, that's possible. Dominatrixes, dominatri out there, let us know. The other part of that is, though, that I was thinking more so was, this is a PG-13 movie, and
Sure.
like you're showing the whipping thing, and him being like, "You're a bad boy."
Yeah,
Like, I
but
just
nothing.
thought that was.
But there's no nudity.
I could see audiences being
There's
like,
no nudity.
"Ooh."
There's nothing else happening. He's just kneeling on the floor. There's not too much going on with this one. But yeah, I think it's just
I mean,
it's a
yeah,
little like, but at
a
the
little
same
risque.
time, right? But it also gives the trope of the female spy has to do sexualized things to get
Has to use
her
her
mark.
sexuality.
Yes.
Yeah, now that you mention that is a little disappointing, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That she can't just be kind of a Kim
Cool
Possible.
spy that
Yeah.
just kicks ass.
But I
But
mean, you got
that's
to take
typical
advantage of
back
what you
then
got.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Angelina Jolie's got that going for her, so she's got to take advantage of it. She snaps this dude's neck
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
with her bare hands, which I always feel like in movies they make it seem like everyone's neck is just made out of balsa wood. I have a feeling. I can't prove this, and I don't
have
want
you ever
anybody out there
cricked your
to
neck
prove it.
and like all that blood
Yeah.
flows and you're just in pain for
Yeah.
days?
Yeah,
I always feel like I'm about to break
But-
my own neck then.
but I feel like the amount of power it would take to do this is way more than it ever looks like in a
So
movie.
should I look this up? How much power
probably
do
don't
I
do that.
need to put into snapping someone's neck?
Probably not a good thing to Google.
I've
Especially
Googled worse watching true
hope
crime
if-
stuff.
If Rachel's husband disappears in the next 2 days.
Well, don't say that.
So, they get home.
No. Oh, come on. You're going to skip this part where she, like, jumps out and she's got a really cool purse.
Oh no, she Batmans down the
Yes!
the tower.
It's great.
yeah.
And she's so
She-
just blasé about
I
it.
thought
like,
I thought the music was gonna start.
Well-
She she Batman climbs down the tower, but she does it like Mary
just
Poppins,
jumps.
like the
She just jumps off of the building with her purse, like, is like a grappling hook thing that, like, she can use to go down the side. It's great.
yeah. No, that was good.
Nobody
that was good.
notices it either, which is crazy. But again, it's New York.
I thought the
The guy trying to get the
does.
cab was like startled by her and then just opens the door like, "Oh, okay, yes,
Oh,
ma'am."
yeah.
here
Didn't
you
realize
are."
where she came from.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't realize that she what do you call it? Repelled down the
Repelled.
side.
That's the word I was trying to think of. Thank you. Yes, exactly.
I prefer the verb Batman.
No, I like the
You just
Batmaning. You got to
Batman
Batman down. Yeah.
So they both get home. She didn't get a chance to undress though.
Yes, that was
You know what
was
she
cut
coulda-
too, by the way. This is cut.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Where he almost catches her while she's trying to she's
why?
like trying to change quick.
Isn't it weird? Like,
That's
it's
so weird that would be cut. Mm-hmm. But she puts on like a
I
pink
thought that
dress and like trying to hide around the corner because she's
Yes.
still wearing the dominatrix black.
There was a chance too where I thought that they were going to do a beat of like, oh, like if she would have been caught, and then like I thought that we could try something new, like like
oh,
we're gonna
right,
try to
yes,
spice it up.
absolutely. That would have been funny.
But he says that he went to the bar and he put some money on the game, And she was like, "Oh, how did you do?" And he was like, "I got lucky." So I think it's the same exact night.
Yes,
so
it's revealed that they had to go to a party.
Yeah. When was this party?
I
So they
don't
go to the
know.
neighbors, and there's some more boring suburban
I guess
stuff.
they're just fashionably
life stuff
late
going on.
right?
Yeah, they must have been like, "Oh, we both had things going on. We were glad
late
that we
from
still were
work,
able to
blah, blah,
make
blah.
it." Yeah, we had to do work stuff. And Brad didn't want to come by himself. And it's supposed to be like boring suburban
The neighbors.
life stuff of having to like go to the neighbor's party.
And there's babies and everything. And
Yeah, I am glad. Now, friends, if you want to invite me to like your get-togethers, that's fine. I absolutely will go. I love my friends. But I am glad that I'm not in a position where I have to go to these type of like couples things, like
I
neighborhood,
think this is like
neighborly
rich
things.
couple neighbors, you know,
Yeah,
where
I
they
do
have
think that this
they
is
have
like an upper
parties and
class
stuff.
thing.
I think that's
Yeah.
that's their thing. If it's
A
gonna be
Stepford
something down the
Wives
street,
thing.
you're grilling out, you're doing a block party. Nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit otherwise.
I'm not going
You
in somebody's
wave.
house.
Hey neighbor,
Hand me the hamburger.
Right.
And
I'll eat it over here. That's fine.
I'm going to go eat it
At my house.
over there. She still has the fishnets on.
Yes, that's the goofy part is she didn't get to take those off. And the neighbor notices and she's just like, oh.
The neighbor knows.
But like you're
For a
wearing
second,
high
yeah,
black
it's like-
boots and the
Yeah,
fishnets.
she's got the high boots.
How did you not put
Yeah.
on like a different heel with that dress?
Yeah, she could have changed the shoes.
Like,
yeah,
good
she must have just slipped the
Lord.
dress right over. She has the dress must be slipped right over and didn't get a chance
She
to put
totally took
any-
off that black part though. That would not have fit over. This dress is like really
You don't
like
think so?
no. She totally took off the black leather because there's no way this really dainty like flowy kind of like cute dress would have fit over that without you seeing all of those pieces, and it would have been see-through. She at least got that black dress off. Just saying.
And I don't know when this would have become fashion, but she's just got like the neighbor is like, ooh, like freaked out about the fishnets, and I was thinking
fishnets
like,
is so like, oh no, you don't wear fishnets.
in my head I was like, that could have definitely been a look, and it has been a look
Probably.
at some point to where like flowery with fishnets.
Right.
I know I've seen girls do that. That's
Yeah, but
like,
not
that's a
high-class
punky
women
thing.
in a
Oh, that's
suburban
true,
home.
yes.
How
That's
dare
right,
you?
yes.
This woman is
The
dressing like a
waspiest neighborhood
whore.
ever.
Like that's what this. She like looked at her like, what am
Yeah,
I
she
wrong with
does.
you? Yes,
She does.
She like grips her pearls. All right. Oh my.
A monocle was gonna fall. Oh, Roger, I'm all hot and bothered. I saw fishnets tonight. Brad is over talking with some of the guys. They're talking about stocks and shit. They're talking about how well they did in the prior quarters, and I was just like, because they're adults.
Rich, boring.
And I was just like, oh Christ, this is awful. It's just truly awful. I do try my damnedest to avoid adult talk everywhere, and I say this right now. Recording this as a man in his mid-30s. When I'm a man in my mid-70s and we're recording Shelf Life, I am going to tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
I avoid adult talk
Yeah.
because adult talk sucks.
it's just.
It is
You could be more
boring.
fun. Come on, people.
No one cares how much money you made in the fucking stock
No,
market.
you're just showing off. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
It's boring. You know what's more? You know what I'd rather you show off? How many, like, what your golf game was. And I don't even care about that.
Yeah, but at least it's like an
that's
activity.
something.
You're doing like a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. God.
Talking about the stock market. One of the neighborhood moms asked Angelina to hold the kid.
Yes.
And she is not happy about it. She is
Well, it's
not
one of those
thrilled.
things. She probably does not hold babies a lot. So when you get shoved a baby, when you're supposed to just naturally be able to hold a baby because you're a woman, and you get nervous about holding this thing that could just easily break. So she's like holding it out, like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, no, holding
That's
it is
relatable.
awkward. Yeah. It is awkward. I've gotten used to it because our parents have a corgi. And
Who likes to be
you
held
hold
like a
her-
baby. She does.
Yeah. Folks, if you don't know corgis, they like to be held like baby. They want to be held with like belly up.
Yes.
Like they think that's like
rock
fun
them
for some
like a
reason.
baby.
Yeah.
Goofy
Yeah,
thing.
so I can do that. I do remember though once at a friend's house, it was a cookout.
Yes.
Because of course it was. One of my friend's wives, the kid's mom, he's like 7 now, so this is a while ago.
Sure.
She was like, "Oh, take him for a second. I have to go like check on the food." And I was like, what do you want me to do with this thing? So I did kind of the Angelina Jolie of like, all right. And he was at that point where he like was squirmy.
Yes.
So like,
oh
I'm
my
like
God, I know what you're
him.
supposed to do with it. What's it squirming?
I'm like moving him around, like stop. Anyway.
Well, like
better at it.
When our cousin gave me her kid. Oh, well, I gotta change him. Here, Rach, you take him and walk him down the hall, and I'm like, you want me to walk with the baby? I'm like, I don't think I have ever walked with a baby before. It was the scariest thing.
You just gotta Mufasa that shit.
Oh,
or Rafiki.
No, I
rather.
had him.
I made a note that this is for. No, I made a note about their real life. I'm sorry. So the baby smiles at her.
Yes.
The baby smiles at Angelina, and she's like, great. Brad Pitt looks over at her. So this is foreshadowing all of the horrible children in marriage that they're going to have in real life.
God.
I thought that this was going to come back.
I think it was hinted, but it never actually comes back. Yes.
Even a throwaway line.
Right.
Could have been had later
like,
on.
Oh, I saw you
like,
holding.
What do you think? Should we have
such
kids?
And,
then,
yeah.
like when they're fighting the ninjas, they could have been like, well, should we have kids? Should we not have kids? Like they could have done like a joke.
How many kids do you want
about it?
You know,
none. And he was like, good, me too. Like that would have been like even that would have been fine.
Right.
I was into this movie in the first half. I thought it was pretty good.
Because of the pacing, is that why?
Yeah.
Okay. And how it's like, and how it's kind of just like sneaking in like
setup.
the stuff. Yes, the setup is fun.
It's a good setup. Mm-hmm. The next morning, he goes down to this room he has under the garage, which is filled with cash and gear and guns. And he did tell those guys at the party that he keeps all of his dough in the shed. In the shed. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So he literally does.
Buried under the shed, and they're like,
ha
ha ha ha. Because, you know, yeah.
She hears him leave. She goes into this secret compartment that she has in the kitchen. We learn that she never actually cooks, that it's like always the agency is like providing them their meals.
Right, they send the meals over so she doesn't have to. But she just pretends it's home cooked.
Do they have 2 ovens? Do they have one of these?
She's got a double oven. Yeah. I think she's got the double oven.
She's got one of these HGTV Rock the Block houses with these fucking multiple ovens.
It would be so nice. It's
for 2 people.
So nice though. That's so
Why
nice.
does she need 2 ovens?
When you host. It's great.
Oh,
it's great having 2 ovens. I had, all right, at one point, I had an oven that had like the little top part oven and then the big part on the bottom, but they were separate. So you could make 2 different temperatures. Best thing ever. Loved it. Loved it.
Go try to get another one of those.
I kind of want to. But if they have the stupid microwave drawer, I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh, is that what that is?
I don't know if she has one.
Like the drawer comes out.
But yeah, when you have like the drawer,
microwave?
like usually it's in like they have it where it's in the island and it pulls out. Yeah, that's a microwave, and you can put your stuff in it and then close it and cook. Apparently, the biggest issue with that is kids like to pull it open and put stuff in it because they can reach it. Because now it's low on their level.
Could see that being a problem, yeah.
See?
Brad goes to his engineering company, or his supposed engineering company. It is like on a construction site, or like sort of thing. Smith Construction or Smith Engineering.
Right.
It says one or the other.
So we get to see like the 2 sides of the different organizations.
Yes. He is at more of a reclusive spy shop where you can't really tell how big it might be, but he's like at an outpost.
I feel like his is they have their few spies
a little
that
more
they
independent.
keep. Yes, and they keep their
more freelance.
They have a lot of freelancers, and they have the ones that they keep on like payroll, on salary
retainer
type of thing.
Yeah.
Retainer, that's the word.
Yeah.
And then they have their freelancers that they also use. I feel like that's what's going on with this company. Absolutely.
They make it try to feel like a mom and pop shop.
Yes,
There's, like,
with
an
the old lady
that gives them like that
she's
gives
yelling
them,
at him.
The assignments and stuff. Yeah. And then you find out that Vince Vaughn is one of the guys that. So he's also a spy. Or assassin. He goes into his office because he's hearing about like Vince Vaughn is complaining to him about all of this
his
like,
wife
work and stuff.
Yeah.
So he does not like Angelina Jolie.
No.
That's
because he's the guy who doesn't get tied down. He doesn't get tied down. He like just screwing around with other women, and he's not tied down. Doesn't have to call his wife to scratch his own ass. You know, he's talking like that. That's what he's doing.
Yep, that's the kind of thing he's saying.
Yes.
And Brad Pitt comes back and says like, "You live at your mom's," and he says something
because
about,
I choose to. She's a lovely lady.
Very Vince Vaughn, this
Very,
character.
very.
Mid-aught. I expected him to shout for the meatloaf.
I did too. That's literally what my husband did. During that one scene, he's just like, what's he gonna say? Mom, meatloaf.
And it even reminded me of that line in The Hangover where Zach Galifianakis is like, "How dare you? She's a nice lady." Like it, or in Anchorman when he says like, "How dare you like say something bad about my mother?" Dorothy
Yes.
Mantooth is a saint. She's a saint. It's like they're just doing the same jokes
Yes.
with like different little tones to them all
Yes.
over the place. Brad Pitt goes into his office
It's
and
a
he
little
flips
bit more
switch.
techy.
Yeah, and all this tech stuff comes up, this high-tech computer stuff. It's got the good gadgetry and it's like fun and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's given a target to kill Adam Brody. At the
AKA
same
the
time-
tank. And he's just like, really?
The tank. Yeah.
Because you look at him, he's
Keith
like a little
David.
squirrely kid. So he's just like, all right, the tank.
Yeah, I think that's the joke, yeah. Keith David appears to be Angelina Jolie's handler at more of this, like, big Operation IMF
Like
looking
Charlie's
place.
Angels, like,
Yeah,
kind of place. 'Cause
yeah,
it's
they're like all women. I
women.
thought it was all women,
with
except
father.
for Keith David is in charge as father.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is,
So it
you're
feels
getting more
like-
of that 70s
Yes.
high-tech.
Totally Spies, Charlie's Angels. You know, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not enough Keith David.
No, I
If
really
you're gonna
wanted him to
have
be in it
Keith
more.
David, and he's in your Jerry role or your Bosley role, how is he not in this movie more?
I don't know. I feel like they weren't utilizing the people they had.
You got Keith
You
David
utilized
to say
Vince
like
Vaughn
two
more.
things,
Disappointing.
and he's playing a spy trope.
Yes.
He's playing the handler.
Right.
By the end of this, we're gonna have a handler rumble between fucking what's her name? 10 Things I Hate About You. What's her name?
Cat.
Yeah, but what's the actress's name? Julia Stiles. We're gonna have a fucking handler rumble. We're gonna have a fucking handler rumble
Ooh, a
between Julia
handler
Stiles,
rumble.
Keith David, Jerry,
I like this. This sounds
Ron Stoppable's
fun.
kind of a handler.
No,
All
I
these
would
guys.
call guy in the chair. His name, I can't think of his name. Wade. I think Wade is more of the handler than Ron.
Wade's probably more of the handler.
because
Sure,
he's the
that's
one that
fine.
gets the stuff and tells her about it.
curly hair guy from Spy X Family,
Yes.
not the mama.
No, I like that. Yes, because that's actually what she calls him. So I'll allow it.
and Master Disguisey, the grandpa.
Yeah.
All of those guys. Handler rumble. Who's the best handler?
this is
Rank the
exciting.
handlers. Anyway, so Keith David is a father at this like big operation place that's all women assassins, and it's 2005. So of course Jennifer Morrison is in a movie because she's, you know, got that Cameron charm coming off of fucking House.
Oh yes. Right. Yeah, but she's just kind of in the background. She's not like.
No, she is, because I think that's as far as she could ever fucking go.
Oh, okay.
Like she's a background character if she's not Cameron.
Right.
So she gets a mission to go after the tank too. Kelly Washington is also there.
Yeah, the Thing's wife from the original Fantastic Four.
That's a good pull.
That's what I know her from.
No, I know.
Because I loved them
And-
together. Damn it.
Yeah, Alicia Masters was a good.
That was fantastic. Those were
that
my
was a
favorite
good-
two people in that
No
movie.
pun intended.
What?
You said that was fantastic.
Oh. I didn't mean to. It was a good pairing, though. It was a good idea. I liked it.
That was a good pairing. They should do it again. They really
Mm-hmm.
should. It cuts to the desert. She's planned her mission. She's going to strike from this Mad Max outpost
Yes.
with all this high-tech gear that she has in the middle of the desert because they're transferring the tank to some high-end facility.
Right.
Brad is in a dune buggy,
Dune buggy.
flying through the desert,
Just acting like
a
an
jackass.
asshole. Yep.
Yeah. You understand the differences in their spy and assassin techniques.
Yes.
Because she is like all about the tech. She wants to be precise
Planned.
and planned.
He's kind
and
of off
he's
the cuff.
more like off the cuff, having fun with it.
Yes.
Like, we'll get there and we'll kind of see what I want to do.
I'll get it done one way or the other.
He's more like solo, and she has the backing of like all the women
has her
at
team.
the org. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in charge of the team. You
She
can kinda
is.
tell.
Yes. Absolutely.
But because now he's coming through with the dune buggy, it's going to interrupt all of her plans. And I think the plan was just going to go blow them up. But because he's a civilian and he's now in like the circle of the target zone, they need to do something about it.
He's an issue because he's also almost setting off the remote charges. Like once he's in the zone.
Yeah, they had to turn it off or something.
Right.
You're right.
Because it wanted to automatically detonate. Because it's like, well, once he's in the zone, they only have so much time before he's out, and they miss their chance.
He gets out of the dune buggy and he pees.
Yeah, of course he does.
But she can't see his face. And he pulls out of the dune buggy.
Yeah, thank you
a
for
rocket
telling
launcher.
us. Thank you for specifying. Yeah, the giant rocket launcher. Well,
she
it was the
sees
way you
him
said he
walking
pulls
with it.
out, and I was just like, say the rocket launcher, the dune buggy, something, please.
I thought that there was going to be a really hackneyed joke where she recognized his dick.
I mean, she recognizes his foot jiggle, so...
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because she knows something's up.
Well, because, like, the
but
body
she,
type
doesn't
and
put two
everything.
and two
She's like,
together.
why do you seem familiar?
Yeah.
I think that's what it
I
is.
feel like...
You're so familiar.
I feel like if I saw my spouse
You'd
from
know
the back,
them. You'd know it's
you know
them.
it's them. You know it's them.
You know it's them.
Yeah.
So I think it's
You
also
would know.
denial, and no, it can't be him. That's impossible.
I remember walking down the street and seeing, like, your husband doppelgangers and being like, is that him? No.
Is that him? No.
So, like, I think that you'd think, like, is that my husband?
I think that might be what's going through her head, but at the same time, like, not from this point of view, not till later.
Right, and she can't confirm that, and this person has a rocket launcher, so she grabs a sniper rifle, and she shoots him, and he must have a bulletproof vest on.
Oh, absolutely.
I like that they're smart enough as spies to always have these bulletproof vests on. They, like, always have them on constantly. He sees where the shot came from, and he IDs her and blows up, not IDs her, like, knows that
Just
it's
sees
Jane,
that she's there.
but sees that there's a person there and blows up the outpost
With
that
the
she had
rocket
set up.
launcher.
And he says, really shouldn't be allowed to buy these things.
No.
Thought that was all right.
No, he shouldn't, because now he missed his mark. And he let them know
Well,
that
yeah.
somebody's there.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Well, no. Then the charges do go off.
Oh, yeah.
So there's an explosion. It doesn't kill him, but it does go off, but it alerts the caravan.
Exactly.
So then that keeps going.
Right.
When we learn what we learn later, how this was a setup for them to kill each other.
Yes. Spoiler alert, I guess.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I feel like the car's secondary protocol should have been that these cars don't take off like they do. It should have been to finish the job or confirm that they killed each other,
Well,
right? Because you would have thought that he killed her.
Yes.
By blowing up the tower,
Right.
and then that she killed him because the explosion went off.
Probably.
So if
Yeah.
you're
I guess
setting
that's
them up.
True. I don't know. I guess they have to save face really quick just in case, and they have to actually,
Yeah,
say,
maybe
yes,
they have to
it did
come back
happen.
for it,
Right.
and then
If one of
they
them
both
wasn't
checked in with
killed.
their respective agencies right away because they
Yes.
do. They check in. So like, okay, I guess that
So
didn't
they're
work.
like, shoot, okay, that
She-
didn't work. Go. Abort type
Yeah,
of thing.
just go. Yeah. She takes off on this dirt bike. He kind of sees her like take off, and then he finds that busted laptop. It is fried,
Right.
charred,
It's completely
like, because it
broken.
was in an explosion. Is it okay? Am I wrong to say that it was an oversized laptop? Did it look bigger than a usual laptop?
I mean, it is a chunky laptop. One for the time.
Were they
It's
that
probably
chunky?
fine. Yeah, they can be, but like the way that she's using it, that kind of
Because it's a satellite laptop.
it's going to be
Okay.
a little thicker probably because it's probably going to have like different components or batteries or all of that kind of stuff in it. So my assumption is that it's like some almost military grade type of thing.
Yeah.
And so they
yeah,
want it
all
to
right.
be a bit more, thick. And
That makes sense.
Like, you can jostle it and it's a
Huge-ish.
little bit better for it, but
I would have.
They used to be that
I was
thick.
I was going to challenge you on it, Rachel, and be like, "That is an awfully large laptop," but you're. I think you're right. Because it would have to work in the desert,
Right.
and it's
So it
2005,
probably has like
so
extra
yeah.
fans and everything in it.
Yeah. All right, fine.
And it's probably
fine.
robust
You know
where
what?
You can punch
you know what?
it, and it's fine.
You know what
you
you
can't
just did?
shoot it with
you
a
took
rocket
my
launcher.
bit.
But
You just ripped my bit in half. That's what you did. You ruined my bit.
it's not my fault. You asked me a question. I gave you an answer.
Just tearing apart my bit.
It's fine. Tear it apart. Do another one.
So anyway, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Fine.
So he takes this satellite laptop to a. Well, actually, hang on. I'm jumping the gun.
You're
here.
jumping it. He goes to a diner. He's eating.
He goes to a diner with
he's
Vince
snacking.
Vaughn, and him and Vince are talking. Okay, Brad Pitt. I have a theory, Rachel, that Brad Pitt is chewing in like 95% of the scenes he's in movies.
Is it kind of like how Robert Downey Jr. always wants to eat in everything he's in?
I think so. Because it makes you look. It has like that coolness factor, or it like allows your like. It seems laid back, and I always feel like
more laid back.
Brad Pitt, like George Costanza says, he wants to like chew on an apple. He wants to be eating an apple while he's on the phone with a woman because it makes it seem like you're like laid back. But
is it kind of like that like cool guy attitude of like not really caring about the conversation at hand, but you are paying attention. You're just eating
exactly.
at the same time.
It's got that. It's like a casualness of like, yeah, I don't care what's going on.
All right.
I'm just chewing, you know. I think in the same vein that Tom Cruise has to run in every single movie, I think it's even worse with Brad Pitt. I think he has to eat in every scene he's in.
It feels like every scene.
It's a compulsion, doesn't it?
It feels
I
like
think
every
he's eating in every scene he's in.
Oh my god, do we have to go back and start dinging every scene that he's in and he's eating?
Well, if at some point Rachel comes out with a shelf life compendium of all of Brad Pitt's scenes in movies where he's eating, it might like just be in every scene that he's ever been in. Because I think it might be close. I think he's eaten in 12 Years a Slave, Inglourious Basterds.
If he's not just eating, he's probably got like some at least gum in his mouth or something. He's sucking on like
he's
a lozenge.
chewing on something. So here he is chewing the fat with Vince Vaughn. They're talking about the hit. And Vince is like, oh, pro girl. He says something about like her like, oh, like, you know, how'd you get caught? Like there was another like person there. And Brad is like, I don't think it was a guy. I think it was a chick. Like she had curves to her.
Yes.
And Vince is like, pro girl, huh? You don't get many of those. And is, you know, doing
Which
his
is,
shtick.
of course, goofy.
How many chicks are hitters?
He's also does the
hitters in the game.
You got hit by a girl.
You got beat up girl.
Like,
yeah.
Come on, dude.
Okay,
way to
but
be the
this Vince Vaughn character,
he is the stereotype.
Vince Vaughn character would say that.
Yes, because it is just Vince Vaughn. It's every Vince Vaughn character is the same character. What do you mean? This one,
yeah.
every
That's
one of
another
them.
montage that Rachel's gonna put together.
I could literally take the audio from one of his other movies where he's talking, put it in a different movie, and you'd think it's the same character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. If you just played Vince Vaughn clips,
yes.
just the audio,
yeah, you wouldn't have a clue what movie it's from.
Sounds like a good trivia game. Can you guess the Vince Vaughn movie? And it's him doing not the hits, not his like famous lines, just lines from the movie. And can you guess
where
which
he's
one it
just
is?
Rambling. There it is. I'm doing it now.
I like that. I like that idea. I like that idea very much.
Well, we could try. Maybe we could do this on one of our social medias. We could play
exactly.
We're gonna play a game,
Vince
and
Vaughn
then
game.
we could put like a little poll and see if they can figure
out.
And
if they can figure it out. He's hitting on a girl at the diner via ice cream puns. It was so Vince Vaughn. I don't think he's ever gotten more Vince Vaughn than this scene where he's hitting on this girl via ice cream puns. I don't even remember exactly what he says. I have to pull up to see if they have any of them in the IMDb quote.
Do you want me
area.
to tell you what he says? I have it.
Go for it,
Okay,
Rachel.
So she says, do you guys want any dessert? He says,
naturally.
What do you have?
Naturally.
What do you have, honey?
What do you have, honey?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream? That sounds delicious. What flavors do you have?
Chocolate and vanilla.
I don't like either of those. Separately, but maybe mixed together, that could be a nice little dish. Do you know what I mean? And not just a little pink spoon. I like the whole sundae.
Could be arranged.
Perfect. Could be arranged. Did you hear that? I'd like to have her kick my ass. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But maybe mixed
Is it
together,
because-
that could be
is it
a nice little dish.
Exactly. Now,
I mean, I
that's
do also like
very-
a twist. I love a twist.
Rachel is a big fan of the twist.
I am.
Yes. If they offer the twist, Rachel goes for it. Anyway, question about this. Because saying, like, oh, I don't like vanilla or chocolate, but if you put those two things together, I think it's a really, really nice treat. So I thought it could have just been because it's a very Vince Vaughn line. Sounds very Vince Vaughn. Is
Yes.
very Vince Vaughn. But I also thought he's hitting on this girl, and I couldn't tell if it's because she is of an unspecified ethnicity, and he's doing the old I'm vanilla, you're chocolate, get together, put it together, make it even better. I thought that could be the hitting on this woman.
I don't know. Because he also
she
says,
is of an unspecified.
He also says
Don't you
something,
think?
Because he says that could make a nice little dish. You know what I mean? And not just a little pink spoon. The fuck does that mean?
Well, but they must give out like a little pink spoon at this time.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's fair.
Like a
That's
little plastic
fair.
spoon.
And then he says, "I'd like a whole sundae." And then she says, "I'll see what I can do." I think his whole point is just like,
he's doing the Tommy Want Wingy from
yes, I think that's what's happening here. Is he's just doing that confident,
Tommy
but
Want
like
Wingy.
I'm like flirting with you so that you'd give me like better ice cream type
Yeah.
of thing. But I don't know if it's an
Okay.
innuendo for anything. I think he's just being silly.
He just
and,
wants
like,
better
and it's
ice
just like,
cream.
oh, you're just being so clever. I hate calling him clever because it's not clever. It's just kind of
It's quick.
charismatic
It's very
and quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's charismatic and it's quick. He's got that riz, Rachel.
And then he says, "I'd like
Vince
to have
Vaughn.
her kick my ass." So I mean,
So I mean, he does imply that.
he does imply
But
that
I-
that's what he wants, but
but
I think it was just
I
to
think
get
he says that.
a sundae.
Yeah, he says that about 85% of the people that he sees on the street. Angelina is all pissed off. She's getting a call from father, which I don't think we hear his voice or do. Is that all that happens? Is we kind of hear Keith David? We don't see Keith David.
Here, I don't even know if we hear him.
We just know that she has 48 hours to clean it up. So she's been given her orders that she needs to find out who did this, or like who was there.
Oh, you know what?
and
We do
has
get to
48
hear him
hours
there.
to
We do
figure
hear
out.
him here.
We do hear him.
Yeah.
One of Brad Pitt's tech gadget people is this techie girl straight out of 2005. She belongs there and looks like
Lesbian grunge chick.
yeah,
Well, that's what she
vegan-
is. Because she has
vegan
a
lesbian grunge chick.
Vegan lesbian grunge chick. Because that is what
Yeah.
comes up in this entire conversation. We know like everything about her just from that.
I even wrote she's gay because stereotype.
Well,
that was the note I took.
I think yes, because stereotype, but she does mention her girlfriend, so I'm not saying she looks like a lesbian. She says she is.
No, she blatantly says she is.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Oh,
Like
okay.
they had to make sure that we knew that she was gay because stereotype.
Which is so goofy. I mean, the entire company that Angelina Jolie works at, they're all tech women. So they're none of
Maybe
them are
they're
the
all-
stereotype.
Maybe they're all having a
That's
good time.
the problem. That's the problem between Jane and John.
That's why
They're all in the
not
closet.
completely compatible. She wants to be with Cameron or Kelly
I
Washington.
mean, honestly, probably a better choice. She should be.
Yeah, considering how all things worked out. Yeah, that's
I
probably
really
true.
think she should be.
If things don't work out with the thing. Just saying.
It does feel like this character would be like that same character, too. I could see that. Just not blind.
The tech girl, the vegan gay tech goth
Gwen.
grunge girl. Thank you.
Let's give her
finds
her
out
name.
that- Why would I have no? I'm not going to write down.
I don't
her
know.
name.
It was
Who gives
just
a shit?
there.
I appreciate that they give this character something. That they give this character some character. Like it might be stereotypical or whatever, but there is some character there. It's less character than Ace Ventura's tech guy gets, but it's more character than I assumed was going to be gotten for
sure.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's a China chip or a Chinese chip inside the laptop, and she gets it. She's able to turn it on using her whatever she's using. Like, she can turn the motherboard. I really didn't think that this would work. I didn't think that this could be done if the motherboard was damaged. Like, who cares if the microchips are working?
I don't think she is really able to turn anything on. I think she found a piece that wasn't totally destroyed, and it had, like, a barcode on it, and so she's, like, trying to find out where it was, like, registered, or where she's, like, able to, like, track where it was purchased. Yeah, like, that type of information. That, I think, is what she's finding, because it was upgraded.
Yes, okay. And gets an address. It's in the middle of downtown Manhattan. It's,
not just in the middle of downtown Manhattan. He recognizes it.
The same it's the same skyscraper that Angelina Jolie goes into. They never call it out by name.
It's a cool looking building, the top of it. It looks like something Spider-Man would have swung on.
It definitely looks like something Spider-Man would have swung on. I will give you that, definitely.
Or, like, perched on, you know? Did his little brooding stuff. That's what it looks like to me.
So it is one of those buildings placed on Lexington Avenue in Manhattan, between 51st and 52nd Street, that has this unique top. It does look like a Spider-Man building.
It looks like a Spider-Man building.
Is it it looks very similar to the building that, like, Osborn lived in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Do you think that's what it is?
It might
be the same building. It's probably just because it's super pretty.
Look.
They're like, well, this one's actually interesting looking. Let's use this building.
Because
it's got to be what it is. Yeah.
It has that crown.
It looks like a
top
sunburst.
To it.
Yeah.
Gotta look that up now. Osborn apartment Spider-Man. The Osborn penthouse. Oh, it's not. But they have similar tops because they have the same spikes. Similar, though. Very similar.
All right.
Because the Osborn penthouse looks more like a mansion. It's like lower and like wider.
Okay.
Anyway, it's this kind of building. It's this building. You'd recognize it if you saw, like, pictures of New York. If you saw, like, stock photos.
Yeah, I feel like
New York.
This is one of those buildings they have to show.
It's one of those that stands out. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's old and it's interesting.
So anyway, he realizes that her office is in the building. She is at the same time examining the video. He went to the office, like he was gonna, like, storm in or whatever.
Well, he goes there as John.
Yes, as John Smith, because he's gonna take her out or, like, see what's up or, like, try to figure out, like, who it is, so he can, like, get the hit done.
Right, and it says Jane Smith next to the suite.
Right. Yeah, so he knows that it's the same building. So now he
knows it's the exact same suite, the same room. It's her
office.
office.
The same suite.
Her suite number. Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say he puts it together.
Well, he goes in like, this is Jane's building. Then he looks at the numbers to the suites, and it says Jane Smith next to the suite number.
Okay, I'll concede that, because I was gonna say, how did, like, the first thing that would have gone through my head is
they're targeting my wife.
Exactly. And now my wife's in danger.
Yeah.
But he immediately goes to, oh shit, my wife is a hitman. But your point about, like, well, it was the same suite and everything. It was the
suite where it was delivered. Yeah.
Then it makes sense. Because he immediately figures it out.
Right.
She examines the video, and Brad calls her, and he wants to know when dinner is. She tells another person to tell him that dinner is at the same time as it always is, 7.
Right.
He races home.
This is the interesting part, too, because while she's watching it, she tells the other two that are watching the same video and they're trying to figure out who this person is, too, to go get coffee, and then she's doing it by herself. I have a feeling she's already suspecting it. She tells them to leave because she's like, is this actually my husband? And so she's, like, watching it at the specific point of him doing that weird foot jiggle. So at the same time,
you picked up on that foot jiggle, Rachel. I never did, because I was like, they should have established
set
up.
They didn't.
Yeah.
And they should have. But I assume, because, she's the wife and they've been married for 5 or 6 years, she would understand his weird little foot jiggle he does when he pees.
Yeah, I just wish they would have established that, because I was going in my head, did she figure it out? Did she not figure it out?
Right.
As we explained earlier, you know what your significant other looks like from the back.
Yes.
You could tell it was them, regardless, if you aren't going to go that route. It felt a little far-fetched for them to do it that way. Anyway.
And maybe she did recognize him from the back and just was trying not to believe it, and then that just kind of started to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, or she's hesitant to believe it or something.
Right, because she does seem hesitant this entire time.
He gets home, and he's hesitant to go inside. He, like, links around the corner a little bit, but then she's right there with the martinis. So, no issue there.
Nope, she beat him home. She already has dinner ready at 7. Did they helicopter her in? Like, how in the hell did she get home before him?
That's a great question. I don't know. I guess she's a better driver than him later on.
Oh, that's true. So maybe she just flew.
I don't know. That's a good question, though. And it's, like, way later. It's like, but I also have the feeling that he doesn't want her to know, so he has to show up at 7 o'clock.
Oh, that's
like
true.
He usually would.
Right.
So maybe he couldn't just go straight home, because then something would be suspicious, so he just couldn't do it.
I guess that's fair.
She hands him his martini, and then there's Drano on the counter as he walks past, so he's thinking it could be poison, so he dumps the drink. She eats an olive from the glass, so he knows, like, she wasn't trying to poison him. I like it enough where Brad is trying to figure out, is he right or wrong about his wife being a hitman?
Right.
But he does pocket a knife, so he pockets one of the knives that was on the kitchen table. And then he offers to cut the roast for her.
With her with the giant knives, and then she
Yeah,
pulls
with a
out
giant
another
knife.
giant bread knife to cut the bread.
Yes, she starts cutting bread and asks about how work was. He said, like, there was a double booking. Another firm was there. Mm-hmm. Question.
Okay.
Do preppy couples eat like this, dressed up in what they wore while they were working?
You don't put on, like, black tie to
I
to
don't
eat
even
dinner?
I mean, Rachel can attest, this is a rare occasion for me. Right now, I am wearing what I wore to work.
I was gonna say, you look a little fancier right now.
So I couldn't say I wasn't. However, most of the time, the first thing I do when I get home is the pants fly off.
Which would have been funnier, I think.
If
he would have just been like, oh god, and then just rips his pants off. He's sitting at the dining table in his boxer shorts.
But I'm not like
briefs
this
man. He's probably a briefs man.
Later on, he's wearing boxers.
Okay, so he's a boxer guy. All right,
Yeah.
there you go.
I just can't imagine, like, so I have to know, are upper middle class people
Maybe
in these, like, preppy McMansion type houses eating all, like,
dolled up?
Yeah. What are we doing here?
I guess it's possible. I mean, sometimes it's probably nice to do that, but I don't know. Every day? Every day?
I mean, I kind of get it. Like, if you're hungry and you get home and, like, dinner's already ready, like, I get it. But she's making dinner wearing her workout outfit. The fuck out of here.
Maybe she just likes being
Folks
fancy.
at home, let me know if I'm wrong.
Pinkies up.
A reflection in the mirror makes him suspicious again. I don't remember what he sees in the reflection, but he sees something in the reflection of a mirror, and he's thinking about it.
I think it's rat poison. It looks like a skull and crossbones box.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that it actually is.
I
It's
think
not
it
even us
actually
making
is
another Hitman reference.
rat
It actually
poison.
is. Yeah, dude. Okay, so Brad Pitt is chewing like I do when I think I'm going to choke on something. He is chewing like his life depends on it. And then clearly does the Jerry Seinfeld eaten mutton swallow and spits it out the second that he can. And then he decides to test her. So he drops a wine bottle.
The entire bottle.
She catches it instinctually.
They look at each other, and she drops it.
And she drops it herself to cover.
And then
Which
there's just wine everywhere.
And I think
she could have been like, "Whoa, it was good save." Like she could have just said that. Like,
yeah,
oh.
but I think the jig would have been up.
I don't know. The jig's
you?
already up. You might as well try to save it.
You might as well not spill all that wine,
right? Like,
it was a vintage. It was a special occasion wine. So these two are drinking martinis and having wine.
That's true.
What the fuck?
Wait, I didn't even think about that. He downed his martini. Well,
I mean, they're spies.
Yeah, you're right. They're spies.
You're right.
They're probably drinking 2 bottles of wine and like 3 martinis a night.
These spies are luscious.
They need to calm down.
Can't get away from it. This
Virgin
is going
martinis
on a little...
from now on, guys. Come on.
this whole thing is going on a little long for my liking. I know what they're trying to do. I know that they're being cute with it. I think that it was a little too long or too much.
Okay.
I think it could have been more concise.
Okay.
That's my thought. It's not as clever as they think it is, or I just don't like this type of humor. One or the other. It might just be my taste, but I was just like, this isn't as clever as they want it to be. But I could definitely see people maybe like laughing at it in the theaters in 2005. So what do I know? He pulls a gun out to get her because she like walked out of the room to be like, oh, I'll go clean. And then like, now the jig is up. Now they're like, now they're
both
ready to kill each other.
Right.
Yeah. She gets in the car though and runs away.
Yeah. She just leaves.
So she must have realized that she blew her cover by grabbing the wine bottle. She is flying around the streets as he Ferris Bueller's his way across the neighborhood to try to get to her. So dun 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 dun.
And she's like distraught. Because she's just like, how could I have been so stupid?
Well, she's just doing like, I'm so stupid. I should have known it was him. Stupid.
I think she did know, and she's just in denial, and she's upset about it.
I do want someone to remix the Ferris Bueller theme with Brad Pitt running through the neighborhood. If anyone could do that for me, I'd be very appreciative of it.
That shouldn't be too bad.
He trips on a fence post and the gun goes off.
Yes.
And he accidentally shoots the windshield. And again, I would enjoy a good alternative ending of this if somebody would make it where the gun goes off and it just shoots her in the head and then the movie ends.
And that's it.
She's pissed at him. Well, he tries to say it was an accident.
He's like trying to say it's an accident. Which I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Because your gun's not What was he going to do?
He wanted to talk.
Okay.
I think he actually was trying to figure out what was going on.
I guess.
Before he shot her. Like, he would not have shot first, I don't think. I think that's what you're supposed to take away from this.
I guess.
And that's pretty consistent, because he's the one that keeps saying, like, oh, we could have made it work. He's pretty consistent throughout the movie about that.
I suppose.
She tries to run over him, or does run over him.
She hits him.
But he clings to the top. He busts into the back of the car, and then he does that thing where he Michael Myers his way into the car.
Yes.
He like busts the window and then
he
like
sits up,
climbs in.
but she rolls out.
She just rolls out of it.
Yes.
Leaving him in a speeding car that goes over a dead end.
And that's when he yells like, "Oh, we need to talk." Blah.
We need to talk. Yeah. It's wacky comedy.
He is himself the comic relief.
Vince Vaughn is the comic lines. He's the physical comedy.
Okay, yes. Angelina Jolie, I think, is supposed to be the witty comedy. I think they give her more wit.
Is she any comedy?
She does some wit.
Does she?
A little bit.
Okay. Because
one of these lines that, I can actually connect to one of our other fantastic spy movies that we have watched. We'll get to it soon.
Okay. I don't know what it is. I'm actually looking forward to this now. All right. So he goes to Vince Vaughn's house because he's been kicked out of the house. Vince Vaughn lives in squalor. He's eating Hormel chili. He's got a machine gun in the kitchen. It's this like small dirty
weirdly.
house.
Like, why?
He chooses to live this way.
I was gonna say, is he just a really shitty hitman? Does he only get like the low hanging fruit? Because later he goes, "I don't get out of my bed without $500,000."
Yeah,
but at the same time, I'm like,
$500,000.
Bullshit. You just don't want to kill him. That's your excuse. You only take the low hanging fruit.
I like that idea. I can definitely get behind that. I also like the idea that he spends all of it. He's just terrible with his money. He's like just a vicious gambler.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, he just gambles on things. He bets on stuff all the time, and then he just loses constantly.
He lives like a fucking guy on an oil rig. He works. He does hits like 3 times a year, and then just blows all his money on just hookers and gambling and booze, and is like, whatever. Like, he doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, I live with my mom, but I have fun for 3 months of the year, and all I have to do is kill one Mexican cartel member. Whatever. That's also
fair.
a possibility.
I also agree with that. I also would agree with that.
Quite frankly, he's pretty content with himself. At no point in this does he ever seem upset with his lot in life. He loves living with Dorothy Mantooth, or whatever his mom's name is. Ma! The meatloaf! It was so close to
I'm
happening.
telling you, my husband did the exact same thing when we got to this scene. He's screaming meatloaf.
Angelina brings her whole racket to the house to clean it out, clear the place, figure out what we know, figure out what we can tell about the target that she might not know, because now she's like, I don't even know my husband. So we have to examine everything. She hesitates, or she has to hesitate.
She is so unhappy about all of this.
The big teddy that we saw
they're ripping it open.
Is ripping it up. Yeah. They're doing research via their wedding tape. They're like watching the wedding tape,
videotapes and DVDs and things in the house.
Quite frankly, I think Angelina Jolie is right to be like,
get out of here,
guys! Stop this! Like, what are you doing?
They're supposed to understand the subject, so I guess what we're led to believe is they know nothing about her husband.
Yeah. And not only that, like, she knows Eddie. She knows Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
So you would think that Brad Pitt has met Kelly Washington at some point too.
Yes.
So like they know,
because she was at the wedding.
But part of it, I think, is that totally like these girls, they might not have gotten the lobotomies from Jerry or Keith David at some point, but they definitely got the like brainwashing, because they're a lot more robotic than Angelina is.
No, that's understandable. Yeah, I see it.
There was a garden party joke, did not land for me. One of the neighbors is asking like, what are you doing? Because she's like, they're like taking a bunch of stuff out, and there's kids, and the kids are like, what's going on, Mrs. Smith?
Yeah, that was
and she
stupid.
says like,
garden
it's a garden party,
girls, and I'm like, why didn't you just go like spring cleaning or something? They're literally
anything.
throwing everything out of the house,
redecorating,
right?
Like, what do you? Yeah, didn't land. It's around this point when the premise starts to run thin. Except for the scene where they fight each other. The scene where they fight each other, I actually think was decent. But anyway,
it's good choreographed stuff. Yeah,
John, it's the only good choreographed scene. It is.
Yeah.
Like we'll get to it, but the rest of the action in this movie, did Doug Liman forget how to direct action? Because 2 years before this, he did The Bourne Identity.
All right. Let's.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
John comes home and asks the neighbor to come over because he's going to use the neighbor as cover.
Yes.
They could have done this at the party talking about the stock market, and maybe in the director's cut it's in here. Have the neighbor always want to hang out with John.
Yes.
Have that neighbor want to come over and have
all the
beers,
time.
watch the game.
Right. He needs a friend.
And John is always like, oh yeah, maybe I'm going to be out of town for that game. And like always like, he doesn't like the guy.
Right.
And he goes and gets the guy to be cover so that Jane can't kill him.
Yeah, I'll come over.
And he's like, I don't like this guy anyway. So if Jane shoots him,
gets killed, it doesn't matter.
So yeah, but they didn't establish that. So it's like it rings a little hollow that he does this. Like I get why he's doing it, but it rings more hollow.
Right.
A ridiculously stupid difference between the director's cut and the theatrical. In the director's cut, he brings the neighbor a pumpkin.
Yeah.
And in the regular cut, it's like a fruit basket or something.
Right. Yeah, he brings something else. It's
why is that?
I don't know.
Why is one way and one another?
Maybe they had there's probably multiple cuts of him bringing different things. Honestly, why wasn't it a 6-pack?
Like a normal person.
Like a normal person. Right.
Well, and I thought, like, is it a pumpkin because Brad Pitt, like, that he had nothing else.
He literally
else,
just
so
picked
like,
one up. No, he probably stole
and, like,
it from somebody else's yard and brought it. And it's like, pumpkin, gourd.
Yeah. Which
but
that would have been funny too if you would have.
If he was walking down the street, picked one up, and then just like
it.
handed it to him. Yes.
Brad heads to his shack. The lady spies got to it. They cleaned him out.
Yes.
So now he doesn't have any of his weapons. We're back at Angelina Jolie's office. They're trying to find him, and the rest of his spy, spy company.
Why didn't you just leave somebody at the house? I'm sorry, I'm poking holes. My bad.
No, I know you're right. Well, you're right. We're watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Rachel. Watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Fine. You could have just left the Totally Spies over there. You know that they work for this place, and it would have been fine.
What's this guy's name? John?
Oh my god, he's so cute. I'm sorry, I can only do Clover.
He's also a hitman. We have to kill him. Well, maybe we could just...
Maybe I could just talk to him. Just give me a minute. Hi, John. I'm Clover.
And then the other two are going, oh, brother, in the background. Hey. Which one of you likes the seafoam green?
God damn it.
He calls the office, and because it's a spy movie, he's in the ductwork.
Of course.
Because he cannot go without the ductwork being done. They're making sex puns to each other here. Lots of sex puns back and forth.
Yeah.
As you do.
Is it full-on sex puns?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, push the buttons. Yeah, you're right. Can't find the button.
Can't find the button. Yada, yada. And they evacuate an entire sector, I guess to blow him up? So they're going to just blow up the ductwork? And they're
Well, I'm surprised they don't just gas it.
Yeah, just gas it.
Just
knock them
gas
out.
it.
Yeah.
Why don't you have lasers in there? Where are your lasers?
Where are
everybody?
your lasers?
Everybody has lasers in their ductwork when it comes to spy movies. Where are they?
I ran out of budget with the with the ducts. Do you have any idea how much these women cost? Half of them are clones.
It's probably true.
He is doing his best Tom Cruise impression while in the ducts. The problem is, the premise of this is all very fun, but it gets it's running on fumes a little bit.
The execution is a bit blah.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
blah.
I was waiting for later to say it.
Oh.
It is bland. It's bland. It's so bland.
Like you in your head, you can make it better, right?
Yeah.
So you understand that what they're going for and the concepts of it, but then it just feels like it fizzles.
They
and
just
it's
did
bland.
the most generic. We make fun of ChatGPT.
Yes.
It feels like ChatGPT would have been like, just do this.
Oh, we need
And
a spy
it was
movie
like,
thing?
yeah,
Here
it
are
says,
spy movie things.
And
they're like,
by the
okay,
numbers.
there. But instead of actually putting any creativity on it or actually having it like more interestingly done, like at least cinematic,
Have
it just
something to
feels
say.
a little blah.
So he swings into the room.
They're destroying
And-
everything and leaving.
Yeah, they're destroying all of their files and stuff and getting out of there.
Oh, they do have
And
lasers. There's some lasers. I just saw
There
some
were
lasers in the
lasers?
ducts. Yeah, he doesn't
I
have to
couldn't
do
have-
anything. It's just in the background.
Oh well, so then
they
they
don't
didn't
mean
stop
anything.
them. So they
Yeah.
they were useless lasers.
Yeah. Anyways, go on.
They Batman grapple out of
they have,
the
like-
tower onto another tower.
They have like these life raft grappling hooks come up so that they all
Yeah,
have their
They
own,
kind of are.
and then they leave on their own like specific grappling hook. Yeah.
That did look like something that would have happened in Totally Spies.
It does.
Like,
It's such a
grab a
totally
hook.
Spies thing, yes.
Somebody grab Jerry. He's old. So he swings in, they fly out. He calls her a chicken shit, and she shouts back,
Pussy.
And then they both smile at each other. How's he a pussy? He came after her. I guess because he didn't grab onto the...
I guess, yeah, because he could
grappling
have...
hook. But she would have just cut it, though.
I think parts of it, I think she's even calling him a pussy because he didn't shoot her.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because
You
he
could have stopped
could
me.
have shot her when she was...
She was
yeah,
the
when
last
she was
one to
swinging.
leave, which I think she
You're
also
right.
did on purpose because
Yeah.
she doesn't really want to do this.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's because he didn't shoot her.
It's like, oh, you didn't shoot me? You have all the time in the world to do it.
Back at Vince Vaughn's house, Vaughn is paranoid about the fact that he didn't kill Angelina Jolie. So he's got his guns, he's getting ready, he's doing everything. He does do a mom shout.
He gets me.
he
I get a
says-
laugh out of this one. I got a laugh
You
out of
do?
this one.
It says his mom shouts towards him, and he goes, "Mom, we're on high alert. I almost killed you.
I
You
could
have no
have
idea
shot
how
you
close I was to
right
killing
there.
you." Yeah,
That got me. That got a giggle out of me.
Yeah,
that one's
that
funny.
one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Brad is looking through documents
Because
in a
again,
furnace.
he is so paranoid. You're bringing this entire company to my home, right?
He's got a point, though.
Yes, but it's just funny because he's supposed to also be this super spy. So
Yeah,
this
but
is
if-
my
if
point of
it's-
he's the low-hanging fruit super spy.
If it's 1 versus 20, though, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But I agree with you.
He's like literally probably a mercenary who's like this disgruntled.
He's kind of
this
Deadpool.
disgruntled wife wants her husband dead, or like, you know, somebody like that, or like somebody pissed them off at work, kill my coworker so I can get my raise, you know, whatever. That's what I feel like he does. I don't know why, but that's what it feels like.
He probably does some espionage. I bet he's a smooth talker. He's doing some.
True.
He's doing some stealing the secrets.
He
and stuff
looks
that.
like some average Joe, so I feel like that would actually work.
That was a ref. Rachel was making a reference. That's why she paused.
It's a stupid reference.
Asshole.
Fuck
You're
you.
an asshole.
Fuck you.
Something I would have done.
It was
It's
a
on the
dumb one.
list.
It was really dumb, but I thought it worked.
That's on the list.
Well, duh.
I don't know when we'll do it, but I mean, we have to. They found a company Black something realty through the stuff that was like burnt up in the furnace.
Yeah, he like
because
somehow took the entire
Brad
furnace with him.
took an entire furnace out of that building somehow. So whatever, he's got it. They go to this construction site, and he's a master of disguise, a la Agent 47 or Dana Carvey. So he goes in and goes up an elevator.
I wish he was a turtle.
I would have loved if he showed up.
He's got a hat on and he's a turtle.
My name is Pistachio Disguisey. I'm a member of the Turtle Club. Here to inspect this building. So he goes up in the elevator. Turtle. And, all right. You know what, though? If he was wearing the turtle costume
And a
in this
construction
scene,
hat.
why is he dressed like that, Jane? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I think he's wearing a disguise.
I think my husband's an idiot.
Yeah, that would have been easy enough.
He gets stuck in the elevator.
He is chewing gum in this scene. He is literally
Yes!
always
Every scene.
chewing. Is it because he has that giant jaw, so he just always has to be doing
I think
something
it's because
to, like,
it makes
bring
his
emphasis to it?
It shapes his face, to the Brad Pittness to like
Okay.
extend that jaw.
I just wish he didn't have the shaved
Mewing.
head. He would have been a lot more attractive in this if he didn't have the shaved head.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the buzz cut.
No.
I'm not. He tells them because
He
they
gets
come
in an
on,
elevator. We
he gets
should
stuck in the
establish that.
elevator.
Yes.
and then they start talking to him. Jane has her voice disguised for a second, and he's like, Jane, like, why are you pretending to disguise your voice? So then they're doing another tete-a-tete, and he taunts her a bit, and he's like, you know what? I give up. Blow the charge. Because they say that they have the elevator hooked to blow.
So she keeps taunting him. He keeps taunting her. Blah, blah, blah. It goes back and forth.
And then he goes, I did like when he says, those new curtains were hideous. So he's taunting her that way.
Yes.
They blow it.
Well,
They
she
blow
starts
it.
counting down, and then one of the other people did blow it. She said goodbye.
One of her girls blow it up.
Yeah.
Because after she says goodbye.
And she goes, well,
wasn't
you said
ready
goodbye.
for them to do it. Yes. Do you see what I mean? Where they're like way more robotic than she is.
Yes.
I mean, granted, they're more committed to the cause and they weren't married to someone that they have to kill.
Right.
But there is a hinge or a tinge of like more roboticness to them.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that they were in a fake food truck on the outside of the building, and he was in a different elevator.
That's right.
And he rigged the security cameras so that they made it look like he was in that elevator shaft that they blew.
Exactly.
Good old changing the security cameras. Gotta do it.
You just gotta swap them. Then you're good.
So Angelina Jolie has gone to the restaurant where he proposed.
I'm assuming
to her?
some anniversary.
Yeah, I thought that he proposed
special
to
event.
her.
Probably.
Something like that, I think is what he said. I guess she's doing this to mourn him.
I think
she
so.
does think he's dead. She's like
Yes.
got a tear in her eye.
Right.
And I was like,
yes,
oh, they're going to do
that
the
tear, man. What a fantastic tear by Angelina Jolie. It was definitely not placed there by some eye drops at all.
You don't think... Rachel, are you telling me that you don't think that Angelina Jolie has the acting talent to produce a tear?
Does she ever
like
produce
that?
tears? Does this woman have the capability of crying? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be that mean. I don't know.
You said it.
It just felt like a very... not a
yeah,
tear.
it's glycerin. It's
yeah,
glycerin.
it just was like, because the rest of her eyes aren't like that glassy. It just looks like she put eye drops
or red
in.
or anything.
Yeah.
I went, oh, they're gonna do a tango like True Lies. because why not? He shows up with some more puns.
Yes.
And he says, I've been thinking about it. I want a divorce. Oh, they do confirm that he says that this was the place where he proposed.
Oh, yeah, so this is fitting
so
for
it
him
makes
to ask
sense.
about it.
Yeah, to ask for the divorce here. They sit with guns pointed at each other underneath the table.
Yes?
Again,
Go on.
The theory of this scene is really good. The execution of this scene
It's bland.
is very bland. Because I'm thinking, they could do some tension.
Yes.
They could do comedy.
Right.
They could do romance.
Yes.
And it's all so bland.
Right. It feels like they're inching towards it, and then they go, but not really. And then we'll
Yeah.
Oh, no, but not really. It's just not, it never hits. It never hits.
They ask if they should do the shootout here, if they should just shoot each other here, and he asks her to dance, and she's like, you don't dance. And he says, that's all just
Which
part
is
of my
also
cover, baby.
bullshit, because, like, you met and you danced. The first night you met and screwed each other, you were dancing.
That was sex dancing, though.
Oh, my bad. Once you do your sex dance, right, before you're married, you forget how to dance. You never do it again.
That was just swinging hips. This is like actual, like you gotta make steps and stuff. You know?
Okay, all
It's a
right.
difference.
All right. Fine.
She also asked, was sloth part of your cover too? Like, who says sloth? Who's using that word? Like,
Well, she's pretentious.
laziness. Yeah, you're right. She's a little pretentious. They aggressively tango with each other.
Aggressive. Like,
Yeah, full on.
yeah.
He finds one of her knives. She grabs his dick looking for a gun.
Right.
He sort of breaks the fourth wall. He straight up Chief Wiggums it, or Dr. Hibberts it. He looks directly at us.
Yes.
Winks. And then we find out that he was actually looking at a couple because she goes down to do the tango part.
Yeah. She's all the way on the
And
floor.
she's also feeling him up at the
Yeah.
same time to check
It's-
for weapons.
It's one of these things where they're disarming each other, right?
Yes.
So he takes
Yes,
her
again,
knife
the
and he throws it.
execution makes you see what you see
want
what
it a
it
little
was
bit
supposed-
more. You want a little
Yeah.
bit more because you see him throw them one knife, and then they're looking for more stuff. You know she took a gun, but then you don't know what the hell she does with it. Does she throw it and it goes under a table? Because where the hell is that gun going? You can't really hide that very well. So I'm just
No,
like,
does she take a gun?
she takes something off of him, and it's got to be a gun. There's no way he doesn't have a gun on his ankle.
Okay.
His character, he'd have a gun on his ankle, like a little pistol thing, you know? He smashes her against like the glass and it breaks and everything too.
Yeah, the pacing of this is odd. And then she just abruptly leaves. I was like, did she get upset?
She
Is
was
like,
upset.
does she have feelings?
I
Like,
think
what's going
yeah,
on here?
it's definitely the feelings distraughtness. I don't think it was a ploy.
No,
I think she
because
was
he's
actually
like,
upset.
Well, I do think she was actually upset, but it's also a ploy because
It
he's
was
like,
also
"Be
her way
cold,
of
don't
just
chase
getting
after
away."
her. She's
Right.
a killer.
And she
then
was
there's
doing
an
the same thing.
explosion.
She's like, I can't have these emotions. I can't. I have to get out of here. That's what was
But then
happening.
the explosion was a distraction, I think. I don't
Yes.
think it was. But she also plants a bomb on him.
Yes. Yes, she does. Yeah, there's... You're right. The pacing is horrible. Because she goes and plants a bomb, tells this maid and a woman that, hey, there's a bomb, leave. And they start screaming and running. And then he's like, oh my god. Then it explodes. And then they leave. And only because somehow Sweet Aunt Bethany's brother fucking hears the ticking bomb in this man's coat during this entire screaming session.
Wait, was this a guy? Was this somebody that I should know?
What?
Who's Sweet Aunt Bethany?
All right, I'm talking about Aunt Bethany from Christmas Vacation, who can't hear a truck driving through a
Okay.
nitroglycerin plant. All right, there's this old-ass man outside where everybody's screaming because there was a bomb, goes, sir, your coat's ticking. I'm sorry?
Yeah, yeah. So he sticks it in a mailbox.
Sorry
and
if
the
that
mailbox
didn't-
blows up. No, I got it. It was great. So now the mailbox blows up. So now he's committed mail fraud because
Well,
he blew up all this mail.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. I'm not saying he cares. I'm just saying I could see him getting more time for that than any of his
That's
hitman
fair.
shenanigans. He calls her as they race home, And I was like, look at these little cell phones. Look at how stupid this is.
And they got like
it was
the earpiece
2005
in.
phone technology. Yeah, he's got the earpiece in. I think her car must have been state of the art because I think she does do like a headless, like it's coming out of the car.
Yeah, I think it is. But that's because she works
don't
for the
remember if we
high-tech
had
company.
That's
so
true.
future things like that, fair game.
Fair game. Yeah, you're right. Because I was about to say, did we have that in 2000? Like, I don't think we would have had that. Even on the most
they might have like had hands-free, but it was like you had to plug in with like the little cord and everything, and then it's really just the sound,
Bluetooth.
so it's
We
not
didn't have
really
Bluetooth.
hands-free because it's like you still have to touch the phone to get it to do anything. It's literally just the sound.
There's no way we had Bluetooth in 2005. That seems too early. So maybe it was in its infancy by now?
Definitely like
It's possible.
Yeah.
Luxury car would have had it.
Right.
This is where I do think that they're consistent with him wanting to figure out some sort of reconciliation.
Yes.
Maybe it's a ploy, maybe it's not. But he's more on the side of like, let's figure this out. Whereas she's like, I just need to
sit
get
down
rid
and
of him
talk
and
to
move
each
on.
other. Yeah. Well, she's not saying I need to get rid of him and move on. She's upset about the whole situation. She wants to do what he wants to do, but she knows it's not going to work.
She thinks that the better
There's no way this is gonna this can't
the better
happen.
alternative is to kill him. She thinks like the better thing to do is to run and like try to get rid of him. Or not be let somebody else do it, I guess, too.
I think she would rather have somebody else do it because this whole thing, she just keeps running away because she doesn't want to. She can't.
He shares what he thought the first time that they met. Says like all this stuff about like he thought that she
looked like Christmas
sunrise.
morning.
Christmas morning. That's what I was like. It was like sunrise or something like that. And then he's like, "What did you think?" And she says that he was the most beautiful mark she'd ever seen.
Yes.
So she says, "I thought of you as
lying.
a mark." You think so?
Yes. She's saying
she's not
that
just all business.
She's saying that to stop him from loving her, and it's not going to work. No, I'm serious. She's trying to say that to prove, quote unquote, that she doesn't actually love him, and that's not true. So she's lying.
There are some odd pauses in this movie, not unlike Twilight.
Awkward. No, well, yeah.
Not as long and awkward.
Not
but
all the time.
In the same vein, where they like neither one of them is talking, and you're supposed to feel the emotion. I think, but
definitely not Twilight.
Like just an awkward pause.
Twilight's just awkward pauses. There's no emotion.
She rams his car with her car as he like tries to pull in. She like was waiting for him.
Yes.
His car gives out. It like the tires go and like completely collapses.
Oh, do you think that's what it was? I guess that's true.
He tries to get in, and a neighbor is walking his dog across the street, and you're supposed to like enjoy this little like mundanity of suburban life again because the neighbor's like, your car's hanging over the sidewalk there a little bit there. And he's like, yeah, thanks, asshole. Really appreciate you telling me that.
He's trying to also keep up pretenses because he's doing this weird shit around the house. And he's just like, hey, Bill.
He's stalking around the house.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Like, thanks, dude. See you later.
Yeah, running around the house.
Yeah,
exactly.
So he's just trying to be like, none of this is
humorous.
weird. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Just tell him you're playing a sex game.
No, you don't tell people that.
Just tell him you're playing a sex game.
You don't tell people that. You don't just out that with
they're...
that. Who would... What? None of this screams sex game. Later,
saying
yes.
If they continue...
Right now, no.
If they continue to question it, just tell them...
We're playing hide and
that
seek.
Your wife...
We're playing tag.
Because that's not gonna... they're not gonna assume that's some sort of sex game.
Well, at least you're not just saying it's a sex game. They can put their own assumptions on if they want.
They do
this
in a little bit.
This is the suburbs, Kevin. You don't just outright and say it. You allude to it. With her fishnets and hide and seek. And sheets.
And keys and bowls. He goes to his shack and he grabs a weed whacker. Swingers, they do key parties.
Oh, good lord. I was trying to say things in the show. I was not talking about...
That party could have been a swingers ball.
I have a feeling that couple, that when they were like, oh, you guys are like destroying the house. She was up for it. She was like,
blonde
hell
lady?
Yes, we're doing this.
She was ready. She was ready to go.
She was
like,
so ready. I think
was
he
like,
was too,
Henry,
though. He's like, can I also have
stay
John?
Fucking home.
They both want John.
Yeah, that's the problem. It would have been a devil's threesome, and Angelina Jolie would have been out of the way.
She would just be sitting in a chair, with a brandy.
With a brandy?
I don't know.
These people drink martinis, Rachel.
My apologies. A wine or a martini or some champagne.
He goes to his shack and he grabs a weed whacker. She's got some sort of like automatic rifle thing, and a standoff ensues. He grabs a gun from some like other compartment that he had. A lot of anticipation in this movie.
There is.
Leading up to this scene, I think, too, where they're really making you wait for the two of them to fight each other. Here.
Right.
She catches him around the corner, because he like kind of looks around the corner and she catches him and just shotguns at him.
Yes, through the wall.
Away part of the wall. Mm-hmm. He feigns being shot and then shoots back.
So dumb.
Really tried. They begin to blow the house away in a gunfight, symbolically and literally. I think there's some sort of symbolism here of their marriage crumbling.
Probably, yeah.
At one point, he does the slide back thing where he like, folks at home, try to do that if you have some wood floors. Try to jump backwards and slide on the floor. Guess what's not going to happen?
You're just going to hurt your back.
He uses the fridge for cover. He turns a fire on.
There's a lot of like nooks and crannies in this house. There's a lot of rooms, a lot of nooks and crannies, ways to look around corners.
A lot of corners in this house.
Yeah.
He blows up the kitchen by starting the gas grill.
He first drops a vase because he runs into it and juggle, and it shatters, and then she shoots through the wall again at him.
Okay.
It's relevant. It comes back again.
Does it? Why?
Yes.
Oh, because he drops the
he
thing
almost
at
drops
Home Depot. Okay.
But he catches it that time.
They begin to fist fight with each other at one point because they got too close to be able to shoot. I hate this needle drop.
With the music?
They play Express Yourself.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It doesn't fit.
They made it goofy.
It doesn't fit the scene. It doesn't even fit the scene to make it goofy.
It doesn't.
If you wanted to make it goofy, make it like a really sentimental song about like love,
right,
while they're beating the shit out of each other. That would have been funnier because it would have been incongruous to the fact that they are beating the shit out of each other.
Right. I think what this is doing is because they're in couples therapy. This is like one of those tropes of I know,
no,
I know, but
I
think it's stupid too. But I think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, they're finally expressing something and communicating through hitting each other type of thing.
Smashy. You were gonna say smashy. And then
so
you thought the better of it because you were like, people are gonna think I'm talking about smashing.
Well, later
like
on, it does. It turns into smashy.
You gotta sometimes you gotta smash to smash.
Right. You gotta smash to smash. So that's what happens here.
Mm-hmm. That's a shirt. You gotta smash to smash.
You gotta smash to smash.
It's got Hulk. It's got the Hulk on it. It says sometimes you gotta
smash to smash. I like it. Back to the Hulk again. Mm-hmm. It's always back to the
better
Hulk.
movie.
Better love scene? No.
Yeah, kind of.
Ooh, you hated that part.
The love scene in this is not. This scene is fine.
It's fine.
But the needle drop is bad.
I wish they would have picked something different, but it just feels one of its time, and two, because they're trying to do those weird, stupid couples tropes.
Part of the problem is this song has been almost not memed, but commercialized, because like commercials use this. This is definitely too commercially all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of been ruined by time in that way. It's not the movie's fault, but the song still doesn't fit, regardless of if it's been commercialized or not.
Yeah. But during this fist fight,
they're like sexy fighting. The choreography is them tussling each other around a lot.
Yes.
They avoid showing Brad Pitt straight up kicking her, though.
Yeah, he's kicking her on the ground.
He's kicking her while she's on the ground, but they avoid showing it because I guess maybe they thought that was too violent to have a man kicking a woman on the ground.
Probably.
But she's a superhero. This type of violence, even though it's domestic violence.
Yeah, this is definitely domestic violence.
There was no domestic violence line. Like, I'm surprised that there wasn't.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything about that. Right.
About that.
Right. There was, however, come to daddy.
There is
and then
come
she
to daddy.
Headbutts him. and
she
says,
kicks him in the she kicks
"Who's
him
your
in the
daddy
ding-ding.
now?" But at least we didn't have to
Yes.
have a "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?" Slap, 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 slap. So I am happy that didn't happen. At least it was done once, and we just moved on.
But I would have really enjoyed it. First of all, it's 2005, so you can still say "Who's your daddy?" and it's
Right.
not
Gross.
groin-grabbingly transcendently bad. But I would have enjoyed it if Brad Pitt, for no apparent reason, had a bad Italian accent for a second and went, "Who's your daddy?" And Angelina was like, "Don't do your sex voice while we're fighting each other."
Ew! No. She likes pistachio. That's disgusting.
Damn, yeah.
That's
She's really
disgusting.
into that movie. Jade Smith's favorite movie. There's like a rundown, and it says her favorite movie. It says Master of Disguise.
Ugh, God. That's why
Vince
he would have
Vaughn
dressed up like the
questions it.
turtle. That's why earlier he would have dressed up like the turtle at the construction place.
Exactly.
Because he's
Vince
like,
Vaughn
why is he
questions
dressed like
it.
that? And she's like, damn it, it's so sexy.
Damn it. Yeah. Hey, remember this one, honey? Remember when I dressed up like this for our 3rd anniversary?
Turtle.
So anyway, they both run for the guns that and they have them aimed at each other. Fortunately, the music stops at this point.
Yes. Well, because now it's a very this is the situation. This is it. Who's going to shoot
we're in
first?
we're in our standoff. Yeah. Pitt can't do it.
She can't
Jolie's
do it.
pissed that she can't do it. He tells her, like, just do it if you want to.
And,
It would have
and
been
she-
funny if she just shot him.
Right?
She just straight up shoots him.
But she
She like
can't
shoots him in like
either.
the shoulder, and she's like, "God!" Or
I
like
didn't think
in
you were
the
actually going to do
God damn
it.
Shut me in the ass. Does Denzel.
Yes.
Instead, they have some violent sex.
Yes.
This was the spice that their marriage was
They
missing,
needed
Rachel.
the kink. They needed the kink.
They needed to beat the shit out of
So
each
she
other.
should
beforehand
have.
as
They
foreplay.
should have had it where she was like in her dominatrix outfit, and he goes, "That's what we need." At the beginning. Oh, I thought I could spice it up. That is exactly what they needed, and then this whole situation wouldn't have happened.
If they would have just told each other long ago that they were hitmen,
That too.
they could have been having all sorts of shenanigans.
Oh yeah.
I wrote in my notes, it feels like a sex scene was cut because it just goes to the aftermath,
Well,
and then they go
they're
again,
doing all the
and then
foreplay.
it's cut again, and then
Oh,
it's like
I
the
see
clear
what you
aftermath
mean.
again.
Okay, where like they're breathing heavy on the ground, and she punches him, and then they go at it again.
And in the director's cut, there is more snoo.
Is there?
Yeah, it's not as explicit, but apparently there's a little bit more of not thrusting. You can't get thrusting, but a little bit more of them posting each other up on stuff.
Oh yeah, where they're holding on to each other, and he's like behind her, or like she's laying on
Yeah.
the thing, and he's in front of her. Yes, it's
Yeah.
just a little bit more
There's-
implied.
There's a lot more going on than there is in the theatrical version, where it's just foreplay, aftermath, foreplay, aftermath. There's a knock at the door.
I did.
then
Okay, there
like,
was a part where he had his face between her legs, and I don't remember that.
was there?
At
I don't
all.
remember. Okay,
And
that had to be the
oh my
director's
God,
cut. That had to be
is
the director's cut.
explicit. Like her leg is up, he is there, and she's just going like, doing sex face, and I'm like, oh, don't remember
Did,
that.
yeah, and the neighbors next door are he that's all he can do, Rachel, because his heart monitor is on, and if he goes too hard, he turns into a hulking green monster.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or a robot is after them, and in the form of Vince Vaughn, also possible. This is our 3rd sex scene, Volume 6 only. Have we not had one in any other the Spies? North by Northwest, it was implied there was no scene because they couldn't.
Right.
Kim Possible, maybe hand stuff.
There might have been
at
some
the
hand
dance,
stuff.
but that was it. Mission Impossible,
Totally
he
Spies.
didn't
She
want to
could
fuck her.
have done the cowboy, but I don't know.
No, because Mandy did.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
She got rejected.
Yeah.
Sex
For
is all
Spies,
over
at
these
least.
spy movies.
Terminator had it, but
Yeah. It's first one. It's first sex scene. Sex is all over the spy movies.
yes.
But this is the first sex scene.
Right.
This movie, you know what's weird? North by Northwest was hornier and sexier than this movie.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. It's not all about the actual sex act. You got to have that build up And that's
Yeah.
what North by Northwest did right.
Goddamn right.
They got that, like, oh, the vape.
Woo!
The heat. They got that heat
Yeah.
happening. You're like, oh, whew. When are they going to just let it go? I don't know. Because it just keeps building.
Chicken is spicy. Woo! That's the difference.
She had the
North by
curves in all the right
Northwest-
places and everything.
North by Northwest is Kung Pao. This is like sweet and sour. If that.
Orange chicken?
Orange chicken was what I was thinking. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's a knock at the door, and the neighbors heard a ruckus. Can they describe this ruckus?
Should I know that
what
one?
that's from?
Yeah, what is that
I think it's
one?
from Superbad.
Oh, okay.
I say it all the time with the guys. I think it's from Superbad. It could be Super Troopers, but I think it's Superbad.
That's potential.
They are... Folks at home, let me know, because I can't remember. Both of those are on the list.
Yeah.
They're nude, so they get the idea.
Semi-nude. He has a
They're in their-
tie tied around his wrists. She is just in a sheet. We don't know if there's anything below the belt on him. We know he's shirtless.
When do you think that they called the cops? Do you think they called it with all the gunplay and the fighting, or the loud sex moans? Which ones do you think were more disturbing to the neighbors that they called?
It's got to have been the explosion. When they heard the kitchen explode, I think is when they did it. If they only heard the sex noises, the two of them wouldn't have brought the cops. They would have just walked over.
Okay.
And brought a pineapple.
Even if they think that they're either consensually roughing each other up, or
something bad is happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Vince Vaughn is in bed, and he gets a target for Jane Smith for $400,000, and he says he won't get out of bed for less than
half.
$500. Mm-hmm. And then he gets another alert that John is a target. And I thought he was gonna call John and be like, "Hey, buddy, we're getting an alert for you.
You're a target."
That doesn't happen though.
No.
I don't remember what. Go ahead.
Maybe he did, but because neither of them have any clothes on, they're walking around on glass and drinking juice, and there's crap everywhere.
Yeah, they're in the afterglow of their destroyed house in love's ecstasy.
So
it's
they're not paying attention to their phones.
They're completely cum drunk. Because, they are not realizing that they're on the list at all, that they still are on the list. They're eating breakfast on the ground.
Right.
They're recounting hit stories. They're drinking... Never do this, folks.
No,
at home.
this
He's
is so
drinking
dangerous.
Orange juice out of a broken glass.
Yeah, I'm like, there's going to be glass in that glass. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You cannot do that. Even if there's a little crack in your glass, you can't do it. Because you don't know if the fragments are going to bust out and glass you'll swallow it. I don't remember what the song was that started playing at this point, but I wrote, okay, the soundtrack just kind of sucks. I don't know what song was at this point, but that was in my notes.
I don't know.
Yeah, so some
whatever.
song.
It's just it's after sex song, all right?
The mailman comes, but it is actually a hitman.
Yes. Which also,
Yes.
it's literally just Agent 47.
I would quite enjoy that. Your mail is here. He asks her if she has trouble sleeping after she makes a hit, and they both say no, that they don't. Right. I guess that's just to show that they both think the same about their jobs.
They're a little bit compatible about that, yes.
Mm-hmm. They get attacked. There's several of these, nameless hitmen that we've never seen before. We don't know who they're working for.
Yeah.
They're just hitmen.
But they're kind of working as team, like a whole team. It would have been more fun if they were all dressed in their own thing.
Respective outfits.
Yes,
or something.
and kind of fighting each other to get their hit. But they're working as a full SWAT team.
That's a giant problem with the rest of this movie. You don't know which side is her side, his side, freelance. You have no idea who any of these people are. All you just know is that they're out to kill them to make their
million.
$900,000.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's not even a mil.
And
it's only 800. That's nothing.
And her team doesnn't come after her. You can't tell if any of them are women, if any of them are Vince Vaughn. If he would have had a construction crew and then they all were hitmen at this fake construction site.
Exactly.
You don't get any of it.
You don't.
They might as well
It's
be as
just
faceless
faceless.
as a fucking Marvel, Shatari action scene where you don't care and you don't know who any of these
Right.
fucking villains are.
Yep.
You have to really, the only way to pull that off is if you really love the heroes. And if you're connected to the heroes, you can have faceless villains.
But I wanted faces.
As henchmen.
Yeah.
You need a big bad. You need a boss. We'll get into that later. They communicate non-verbally with each other.
They try.
And then they try to,
Because
yes,
they
but they
each want to
can't.
lead.
Yeah. They go to the basement. They load up in the basement, so there were a bunch of guns and stuff in the basement. I guess Angelina Jolie's team left them there, or they didn't know about them?
I think they missed those, yeah.
Okay. He hands her a gun, and she's like, oh, I get the girl gun. So he's like, okay, switch. Like, I don't fucking care. So he switches. Remember in Dr. No Rachel where he's like, this is a lady's gun. When he's like, he has to turn in his Beretta or whatever, and he's like all pissed off about it.
Right.
Was it the same gun? Because that would have been a good callback to...
I don't know. You can't really tell because they barely show them on the screen
Yes.
to know what the gun is.
Oh, is that because the lighting in a lot of this part of the action is god-awful? You can't
That's
really
part
see a
of
lot?
it. But it's also like the gun is like halfway off the screen, so you could only see like the butt of
She
it.
says what the name of it is. I just can't
Does
remember
she?
what she says.
I don't even think she
I
said
thought
it.
so.
Because she just goes, why do I get the girl gun? It's literally what she says.
Oh, okay. So she doesn't say the name of the gun.
No. It would have been fun, though, if it was like a callback to that. I would have liked that.
There's a robot coming down the stairs. It
Drops a bomb.
It's one of Dr. Draken has taken command of it.
Absolutely.
It says konnichiwa as it comes
Konnichiwa.
down the stairs. It's got a bomb and it dropped. That would have been fun. If it just said
really
konnichiwa
would.
and dropped the bomb. They kick it away from them, and for some reason, I guess
Why?
because their house has a
Who?
is their house on
Has this-
propane?
I don't know, but who
What the
has
fuck?
a massive fuel tank in their basement like that? Is that a thing? Am I confused by this?
Folks
don't
at home that live in the
understand.
suburbs of New York.
Do you just have
Do
a
you
giant
have big
fuel
propane
tank?
fuel tanks in the basement?
I don't even know if
That
it's
seems
propane.
like a
It's
liability.
just fuel, and it's like
Yeah,
flammable.
why would
and
you
it's
have this there?
huge.
So it goes off and engulfs the house. It blows everything up. Blows up the hitman. They like dive
All
out
of
of the
them,
basement.
except for them, which was I found very strange. All right, all of the other hitmen are either passed out or dead, but they didn't die.
Well, because they weren't prepared for the explosion, even though they dropped a bomb in there and knew they were going to blow it up. But they thought it was just going to blow up the basement. They didn't think that it was going to blow up the
A fuel tank?
So they were prepared for it.
I guess.
see.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sure.
This effect is extremely bad looking. It's like a green screen, and it looks like North by Northwest. Like North by Northwest had a better green screen technology in it with their matte paintings than this did with the house blown down behind them.
I don't know. Part of it looks like Twilight Zone when he's walking around the rubble looking for, books.
Yeah,
Like,
a little bit.
I'm like, kind of looks like that.
Wait, that actually would have looked better.
Yeah,
because that would
you're
have all
right.
been practical, like
You're
in
right.
there, right there. They escape and they start revealing secrets to each other. Angelina Jolie Jane was not in the Marine Corps. John was an art history major, and he has to defend the fact that he was an art history major. How
Which
did
is
he
like,
get the
why
scoop
not?
then?
Because he just that was just what he did. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
He's like, I can make a lot. Like, I like
don't
art,
think. Yes.
but hitmenning,
That's his
spying
passion.
pays the bills.
That's his
Yeah.
passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
The art is his passion. This is the bills.
This is his job.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if it would be nice if that came in somewhere, like he had bought some artwork, or maybe he had a reason to hate those ugly
Somehow
curtains.
he says it. He
something
says
with,
it
like,
at
the
the Irish
colours.
pub. There's
Yes.
a picture hanging up, and he like
and he goes, "Oh,
describes
that's
it.
so and such," and like
Yeah.
he does this technique, and they're like, "How do you
He
know
takes
that?"
it with
it's
him
like,
'cause it's been
"Oh,
stolen."
Right. That would have been fun. Maybe
That's
his office is like full of like actual art pieces and stuff.
That's what I was about to say. Like instead of when they tell him like, oh, do you keep all your money in stocks and stuff? He's like, I keep it all in art. And then it's because like every hit he just gets paid in art and not in
Yeah, that would have
in
been
money.
fun. That would be fun too.
Could have been something like The Accountant.
I don't know that one.
Is he a hitman? He's a hitman.
I think
kind
the
of.
accountant is, but I don't know that one, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get to that one day. Put that one on the list, Rachel.
All right,
That's
being added.
Interesting movie. It can be in a future Summer of Spies, I think. Hitmen are spies. We're just combining those two professions.
We can make it like Merc March or
They're doing espionage and spy work, but they're mostly assassins. Like that's their primary job. They exit the garage. It's a van. Now they're like in one of their 3 cars apparently.
No, they go and steal they stole the neighbor's car.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, so they go to the neighbor's house and they steal their car.
Oh, was that why like all the shit was in
They're
the
just
back, like the
taking it all
golf
out.
clubs
Yeah.
and the dry cleaning?
Yes, that's why they're taking everything out of the car.
Okay. So it makes it jokier because now they're in the van because it's the suburbs and that's the car of the burbs. They steal a gun off of one of the dead guys and then
At least
run him over.
he was freelance, so I can at least give this guy who gets run over some props. Just saying.
How do you know he's freelance?
I'm assuming he was wearing a leather jacket and a red shirt.
Oh.
All right, he's just a dude, and he's shooting.
Question
at him.
though for John Smith, because they run him over.
Yes.
Like you hear the thump. Why does he kick him in the face after he takes? Like he kicks him in the face.
I don't know. I
gun.
thought he was just doing the hitman thing of knock him out, and then he does the oops. I accidentally snapped his neck, and runs him over. I'm like,
I pressed O.
Why did you press O? Why did you dump him off the cliff by accident? Why did you drown him in the pond? I don't understand why you did that by accident. It wasn't by accident. I think he did it on purpose.
Drop him in the shark tank, thinking that you're going to just knock him out. He's singing along on the radio as they drive.
Baby, I've never cooked a day in my life. She says baby a lot. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Never been a big fan of calling your significant other baby. It sounds forced.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm a
you
bit.
Can come up with
I'll
a pet
do
name
sweetie.
for your.
I do sweetie.
For your. Yeah, you can do a pet name if you want for your significant other. Baby. I don't know about that. I have pet names for everybody. So.
Yeah.
Some cars whip toward them. So now there's like a line of cars coming after them. It looks kind of Matrix-y on this highway. Not the first Matrix. The second one, where they do that highway chase in the Matrix.
Well, because they're all the same car, and the way that they're driving together is very robotic. So I agree with you on that. It's not Mr. Smith, though, because that's another Smith. We can't have two Smiths. Mr. Anderson. It's Mr. Smith. Wait, no, I'm Mr. Smith. You can't be Mr. Smith.
Talk about spicing this up, though, with a good villain. If Mr. Smith
right?
came out and it was just
that would absolutely help. Or one of their friends is like, sorry, it's just business, Jane. Or, sorry, John, I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
Why?
If Kelly Washington or Eddie
great.
came after them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand that it's like, oh no, but they're best friends, so they're not going to do that. But at the same time, it's like, oh come on, you needed somebody. You needed somebody on their teams then just to be the guy who's like, fuck you, I don't care.
I need a little bit of spice in this movie because it tastes. I need to put some more salt on this shit.
Yeah, pass the salt.
Because it tastes a little bland.
Pass the salt. I gotta just pour it on there.
She isn't able to stay straight to shoot back because he's driving all over the place. The guy drives like a fucking maniac. She wants to drive and he acquiesces because she can handle it better because she knows how to drive a minivan, I guess.
Maybe she just likes driving cars.
Here's the problem. It focuses on them more than the action.
Yes.
So the action is just kind of there. She slams on the brakes and then he gets thrown into the front of the seat.
Yeah.
He tells her that he was married once before, and she gets pissed about this.
She gets pissed and starts slapping him.
And then says, what's her address? Where's she living?
That was
He's
dumb.
like, you're not going to kill her.
That was weird.
Wasn't that
and
a terrible
dumb.
fucking joke?
I was
what
just
an awful joke.
Where do you get off all of a sudden making her a jealous type? Where did that come from? That's just a man writing a woman being a jealous,
really
wife.
Bad joke.
And I'm like, that was stupid. I didn't like that one.
There's something about the action and arguing that doesn't, for me, quite work or sync up. It's serviceable. It's absolutely serviceable. Everything they're doing would work for a Netflix movie today that people watch.
Yeah.
They say, yeah, we watched it. We liked it. And then they never
It was cute.
think about it again.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's disappointing.
They blow a tire out on one car. This causes this big crash. And then they drive off and turn the radio off and drive in silence. I guess for a laugh. I think we're supposed to laugh at that. And he says we have to redo every conversation we've ever had. And she says, I'm Jewish. At one point during this like back and forth, she says that her dad, that wasn't her real dad at the wedding. She hired actors. She's an orphan.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't believe I brought my real parents to the
Yeah,
wedding.
that was funny.
I thought I liked that.
That was a good
joke.
one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to redo every conversation we've ever had.
I'm Jewish.
I can't believe I brought my real parents to our wedding.
The hit rate is not good on the jokes.
Yeah.
No pun intended. See, that joke landed. Our hit rate is better. Our hit rate shouldn't be better than a $500 million movie.
This is $1 million
shows up
podcast. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wish.
I also wish.
It was a $500 million podcast.
Guys, start paying
I'd sell
us,
this
please. Thank you.
to whoever. Yeah.
I don't want to be Vince Vaughn here. I want to be Jane Smith.
Yeah.
With the money, I'll take it.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, so subscribe, spread the word of the podcast.
And just start giving us money
for
no reason.
Do your job on your end. Tell your friends, your enemies, your wives, your spies, your sisters, your brothers. All of them.
Yeah, your hitmen. Your hitmen might like this one.
Tell your hitmen. They might like it.
They need something to
They
do while
probably
they're
would.
sitting there.
Yeah, they got to sit for hours on end. They can listen to Shelf Life. We got plenty of that.
It's great.
John shows up at the diner again. Eddie is there, and they confront him. Because he's like, oh, I'm glad that you killed that bitch. And then she's like, hi, Eddie. And he's like, oh, Jane, how you doing?
And they're wearing Jesus Rocks bowling jackets.
I guess to imply that
They just
the
took him out of the
neighbors
car,
are
I
on a
would
bowling
assume.
team.
Yeah. It's just how to say it.
That must be like a holy rollers.
It's gotta be. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
That's from The Simpsons, but that's a better name than Jesus Rocks, but still. So Eddie breaks it down for them. They work for the rival of each other's company. Those two organizations are like, well, we have to get rid of them because they know too much about...
They can't be married. This isn't going to work the way... Like, they can't both be working for two different organizations. That's insider stuff. You can't do this.
Yep.
Yada, yada. I think they also think they're playing them. No, they didn't. They knew that they didn't know the other was a spy to begin
Correct.
with. So I guess they didn't think that they were playing them, but
They were. They don't think that they were getting played. They are getting played though.
the couple, the Smiths, are getting played.
The Smiths. At some
I
point
was
they
saying
found
that
out that they were
maybe
married.
the companies were like, let's team up to get rid of this
They did.
couple because they're playing us, because they're screwing with us, but they're not.
Oh. I don't think so. I don't think that was ever...
Because they knew they didn't know, because they were like, we'll just have them kill each other.
Yeah, we'll just have them kill each other.
Yeah, it's not true.
Yeah.
I think that might have been better.
That could have been motivation.
Yeah.
Because really it's just that they just didn't want them ever finding out.
Right.
But just let them live their lives until they do find out then. If they find out, then send the hitman. Because otherwise, neither one of them know that the other one is a spy, so they're not giving.
But the other organizations
secrets.
are going to go after each other because of that. I think is what they were also thinking. Maybe like, oh, now we're going to be
that they're going to try to
susceptible?
sabotage the other. Yeah, they're susceptible. Yeah, that's true. You get the cliched spy line here because he tells Brad Pitt. He goes, "Remember that time in Canada?" And Brad's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, that was kid stuff." And she kind of like gives a look like, "Oh, what happened in Canada?" It's your old, remember Bangladesh, and
right.
that.
Yes,
that'll
of course.
Thing. If they separate, according to Vince Vaughn, they have a shot. But if they stay together, they're dead. Unless they try to find something more valuable that both of the spy organizations want than them. And they get the idea to go after Adam Brody. Because
that was the main target.
know that was the main target on the mission that they fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And they think that's a higher priority than themselves.
I wrote in my notes, do we know why they want Adam Brody?
There was
They
something...
never really said.
Well, they said... I don't remember. It was something about...
I don't think we...
We just know he's like the tank, and they wanted him dead.
Yeah, he's got a nickname, and they want him dead.
I don't
He's
know
in a
if they actually
basement
gave us
somewhere.
more information.
He's in a basement somewhere. They're on the street level above this like underground prison.
Yes.
And they're going to break him out.
Her friend
to
then
kill him.
gives the information. She's like, that's
Yeah,
as much as
Kelly
I can
Washington
give you.
does.
Right.
Yeah. They ask each other for their body count, and they make it like a sex discussion again that would like a couple would have. No couples have this discussion, but I can't imagine. You're not supposed to bring this up.
Well,
but that's the joke of it.
Sure. I think it's more so like if you've had multiple partners in the past, as long as you're being safe and checked and all of that kind of thing.
Sure.
But this is a different kind of body count. But
I don't remember
right.
what he says. Doesn't he say like a couple dozen or like
I think he
maybe
said like 56 or something.
50 something?
Like
yeah,
in the 50s or 60s.
Because like they both go back and forth. They're like, oh, who could, because he's like, who could know? Because he's like maybe 50, maybe 60, and she says 312, and he goes 312, and she says sometimes 2 at a time.
Right. Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Yeah. It's a stupid joke.
Should I go first?
Okay.
I don't exactly keep count, but I would say high 50s, low 60s.
Been around the block.
But, the important thing is...
312.
312? How?
Some are 2 at a time.
There's a director's cut line where he says, are you counting innocent bystanders? I don't know why that was cut. I guess because they thought like the punchline works better if she just says 2 at a time. It's such middle-aged housewife humor. No offense to any middle-aged housewives out there.
Housewife humor. This feels like men humor.
See,
because then he gets like disgusted that her number is higher than his because his should be higher than hers. That's a
suburban humor. Whatever you want to call it. After church humor. It's like, oh, it's a little risque.
Oh, I guess.
But at the same time, it's like bland.
It's just a dumb joke.
Faux risque.
I guess.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's tame.
Yeah.
It's just not for me, I guess, is kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's a good setup. It's a good joke. Again, the premise is good. The execution just comes off kind of bland.
Yeah.
She stays in the chair for him as he goes down and makes his way down into the tunnels to get the tank. This part feels rushed, right? This whole getting him out?
Very.
Yeah.
Well, because like she is techie. She is a computer person, so she is able to like get into all of that kind of stuff, and she's hacking it. He's not as techie, so like that's not his part. So that's why she's playing the part in the truck. She's the man in the van. He stops listening to her. She was trying to get something set up for him. They had a whole plan set out, and he just goes, "I'm just gonna go in guns blazing," and fucks it up.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why she's like, what the hell? We had a plan that was dumb.
They get him, and so that was easy. So that's done.
Yeah, it was easy.
It just kind of cuts.
Like, there was a bunch of guys, he just kills them all, and that's it. Like, all right.
What we learn is that was intentional, though, because they
Yes.
wanted him to get caught.
Right.
But at the time, it's like, oh, that was easy and rushed and
Yes.
done really quickly. They continue to argue as they drive away with him. And they take him to a hotel room to interrogate him. And Adam Brody's, they're trying to do like a good cop, bad cop thing. And Brad Pitt thinks that it's like better to do like the good cop routine. And Angelina is like, just beat the shit out of him and like, let's get this over with.
Yes.
So Brad Pitt tries to do the good cop thing. And Adam Brody goes like, can I get a soda? So she picks up the phone and whacks him over the head with it. I kind of liked.
And he's like, okay, fine, I'll start talking. Well, yeah, because she's impatient. She's just impatient at this point.
Well, I would be too. I'd be like, the
too.
whole fucking world is after us.
Right.
So he reveals to them that he isn't the target, that they are. He was bait.
And he had a picture of them in his pocket.
Yep. And they really wanted them to take each other out, but when that didn't happen, now that this was like the backup plan, they're tracking him via his belt.
Which
so they take the belt off.
Was thinking, did they search him? Because he has a picture
Yeah.
in his pocket. He still has his belt on. He has, like, what else does he have on him?
They did a pretty poor
How do you
job.
not, like, pat him down and take away everything from him?
Yeah, you're right.
What?
Well, they did for our sake, obviously, but they could have pat him down.
But in my head, I would have, like, taken everything from him.
But Rachel, then you don't get that back and forth of them fighting in the hotel room.
Oh, my bad.
And most of this movie is just them arguing with each other.
It is. It's well, because it's supposed to
'Cause
be
marriage,
more about them
Rachel,
as
'cause marriage.
spies. Yeah. They're married and having issues. But they're also spies. That's what it is.
Did you get it? Did you get it? They get attacked at the hotel room. A ton of agents bust down the door, but they're already gone. And I guess that's the twist, that their agencies were after them the whole time, and they set them up and all this stuff. So, like, that's like the final twist.
That's the big twist, yes. But they don't have faces on their companies.
Yep.
We don't have, like, the heads of both of them. We don't have the
Nope.
old woman sitting at the table, and we don't have the big dude up top come out or anything. It's all still faceless.
Yep. What's the problem?
It just
So
it doesn't hit.
He says that they're in a crappy marriage, but if they're in the sewers
Yeah,
somehow.
they're
They
just
got
laying
into
in the sewers.
which
Why-
is disgusting.
Also, why are you
It's
laying where
absolutely
they could
disgusting.
just look down and see you?
They
like,
could look down and see them. I guess it's so
move?
that they can see if they're like moved on, so they can get out of there.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine laying in this part of the sewer. There's shit, there's scum, there's grime.
There's
I would
gross.
vomit just being in the presence of that, much less laying in it.
Yeah, no.
That is disgusting.
I'm good,
It is
thank you.
it's
Well,
the
they're
gutter.
spies. They've probably done worse.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Fine.
I mean,
you're right. Well, you're right.
second time you said that.
At least. She thinks that they should just split up. And he's like, well, you know what? We're in a crappy marriage. But if we run, we'll always be running. And we have to stay and fight. Like Ethan
What
Hunt
is
before
their
them.
plan, though? Kill all of the other spies or take down the agencies?
Well, as
Kill
we find
the
out,
head
Rachel...
man. Literally nothing.
Neither.
Nothing.
Because they wasted too much time in the first act, so now they don't have enough time in the third act to literally give them any way to get out of
Conclusion?
this.
Yeah.
I thought they snuck into the Cost Mart.
No, they went to the
Which
homemade.
was- Yeah, I think they go to the Homemade. And it looks like an IKEA mixed with Home Depot.
Yeah.
I think
was
it's
like,
supposed
it
to
looks like a Home
symbolize-
Goods.
Or a Home Goods. I thought more a Home Depot because it's got like sheds
That too.
and tools and
Yeah.
stuff in it. But then it also has like your IKEA-esque scenes of
Yeah,
of
stuff is all
rooms and
set
stuff.
up. Right.
She looks at these mannequins that are I don't know what Homemade the
they
store
have
is thinking, because they
a
have them dressed up
mesh
like the
on.
nine.
They have their bulletproof vests on and everything, and yeah, and then they end up putting on these weird suits.
They put on suits because they're assassins.
Yeah, why is it like
1950s
yes,
beaver cleaver
yeah,
husband and like the husband's coming home, and it was like, why would you have this on display like this in 2005? It seemed so odd. And what is her reaction?
like I kept
supposed to
thinking
be?
like it was gonna be like a Julia Child's kitchen or something.
She like looks at it longingly.
She
and it's like,
does.
this character doesn't want this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what am I supposed to gauge from that?
I don't know if she's looking at it longingly. I think it's just like this is what we were.
This is what we were.
This is what we had. You know, I think where
Yeah,
I
all right.
pretended to be the home, like the
Yeah.
home wife, and he would come home and
He would come home.
yep. So like
Even
it
though
was
I had a job that made 6 figures or 7 figures, and so did he. Yeah, they put on these suits, and then they
and
go
weird
back to back.
sunglasses. I don't know if it's just to see
Yeah.
better.
I
don't
think
know
it's
if
to
that's
see
what
better
it's
without
supposed
any
to be.
lights on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to illuminate so that they can see. He tells her, "See you in the next life, Jan." And Jane. And she says, "Likewise, John." I wanted them to both be like, "That's not my real name," and for her to be like, "Yeah, that's not my name either." Like,
I
you know what the ending of this
assume-
movie should have been?
My name is so and such.
Yes,
This is my real name. Yeah,
it should have been the ending.
it really should have.
They reveal their real names to each other.
Right. And then they could have been like, "It's nice to meet you." Like that stupid shit.
That would have been kind of fun. Like, that would have been funny. That would have been a joke.
right.
He uses these big wrenches and gets her to laugh because he does like the nunchaku thing with them. "Oh, hey man, you've got to use wrenches next time. Those things are pretty heavy. Nunchakus make for way better spinny stuffs."
Oh my god.
He picks up some more weaponry.
But this is where
She
he almost
sees
drops the thing, too. And that's why he's just like,
Yes.
didn't do it this time.
She
does
sees
a slide.
kitchen knives.
It's unnecessary
And-
slide.
Being her expertise, she goes for these kitchen knives.
Yes.
Why?
Did she ever use them? Do we ever even see her use them?
No, she must, because they're real. She like grabs the knives out of the
Yeah.
display, and I was like, why homemade?
Are they just out?
Do you have real knives?
I wonder if... Well, no, because that doesn't make any sense either. I was going to say, I wonder if they were doing, like, somebody actually is cooking in the kitchen and showing how to use the tools type
doing
of thing.
a display.
But then I was just like, but why would they be out?
Just seems odd. What a dangerous fucking story
Yeah,
this
that's
is.
stupid.
She does throw them,
Oh,
because
yeah,
she
'cause she
throws
hits
the knives
him.
and she hits him in the leg.
You're right.
Pretty close to an artery there.
Yeah, like the main.
Yeah,
Like,
like
he
the
would've been
killer.
dead.
Like the one that'll kill you.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even like kind of react to getting stabbed. And then he just pulls it out, which
Yep.
I think would have been even worse.
You're
but
not
whatever.
really supposed to.
Ah! Ah! I'm doing the Ace Ventura when nature calls bit for Rachel.
Yep.
He knocks over a bunch of cans, and then they shoot in their direction because to do the callback, Rachel, to him.
He's
being
clumsy and silly. Biddly dink to dink. Boink. Keep going.
They make it to an elevator. They make it to an elevator, and then I feel like the last 20 years of this being a go-to joke in movies has ruined this joke, because they're all calm in the elevator, and they're both
And
just
the
kind of
elevator
there,
music is happening.
and their
it's-
elevator music,
And it
it's
lasts
like I've seen
forever.
this. It lasts too long.
Yes.
because I've seen this a lot in movies. This is a
Yes.
cliched
Of
scene
course.
now. Marvel's done it. The Turtles
Everybody's
have done
done
it.
it.
But it goes on too long in this one.
This one goes too long.
And it might be the first. I don't remember. Who knows when this is? What movies have started this? So this predates a lot of that stuff. So I'm not gonna hold it against this movie. They
No,
all
I
could be
will.
ripping off Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
It was a little too long.
There you go.
They could have done it better. It could have been for a few seconds fine, but it went on.
She falls from a ceiling at one point under heavy fire, and she seems hurt.
Well, yeah, because she's doing
So-
sniping. She went up top to
Yeah,
snipe.
she was trying to snipe.
Right.
Yeah.
And she gets
He,
hit. She gets shot.
He runs over to her and helps her up, and they fire their way out. She gets blasted, and then so does he, and they have their bulletproof vests on, and what if they got shot in the face?
What if they shot me in the face?
That's a risk that they were willing to take. Luckily, they only got shot in the chest.
Yes. They got shot in the
They're in
arm,
the-
I think, too, because they're like bleeding. They're actually bleeding and stuff. But
Yeah, I think he got shot in the arm because they do a dress. She dresses his arm.
yes, yes.
They hide out in the shed, and then they have sex like Homer and Marge in the windmill.
right.
So
Before they go back out, they're like, "Well, we could do a
Bart
quickie."
Smith was conceived on this very night.
Not Bort.
Bort. God damn it.
Sorry.
Flag that for some trailer down
For
the line.
something.
So they're in this soil shed getting shot at. I thought it was going to blow up. I thought it was going to end up being
wanted them to, like-
fertilizer.
Oh, I
and
wanted
then
them
they were
like,
going to
like
figure out how to make a bomb out of it.
yes, like I thought something was being thrown in there. They were gonna throw something out of it, or
Also would have been a good joke. It would have been. It's a Simpsons gag. If somebody threw a grenade in and they like start making out with each other, and then they like throw the grenade.
oh, they
out,
throw
like,
the grenade back.
nonchalantly.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a big kiss at the end,
There wasn't. No.
and
there
I
wasn't.
feel like that's kind of missed in this one.
Yes.
Because the
For this type of a movie.
point was their relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and the spy stuff was secondary. So
Yes.
if that's true, there should have been a big kiss before they
I
left
agree.
this shed.
Yeah, like it doesn't even matter if it's cliched or not. That it's a romance. You can break the rules, but in a movie like this, where you're trying to appeal,
have to do that,
you gotta do that.
and it was missing, and it was lacking.
Mm-hmm. I kind of agree with you on that. He charms her again, saying like they'll go to I wish we could go to like La Paz right now or something like that. He says one of those destinations
Yes.
that they must have done a vacation on or a hit on.
Right, probably both.
Probably both.
And she says, "But
And
I
she
wouldn't."
says,
There's nowhere I'd rather be than with you right now.
That's as romantic as they get at the end here. You're right, though, Rachel. They should have embraced.
There should have been an embrace. I'm just saying. Because
especially
make it look like they're about to die. Make us feel that.
Yes. Have the guys be blasting at the shed.
Yes.
And there's shit flying everywhere.
I want them to be like ducking every 2 seconds
as they're kissing.
Right.
They don't lose.
They don't
the
even
embrace
notice.
as
They don't even notice the shots
flying.
going by.
Mm-hmm. They barge open in the shed and then fire on all the mindless guys.
Away. Yes.
The tango song plays again. I do appreciate that.
This is fine because it is like a dance for them now because they're working together and it's very like
not good enough though.
It's not good enough.
Like they try, but the choreography isn't good enough to make it look like a tango,
right.
And that bothers me a little bit. It should have been more like them doing the tango.
Yes. Like
as they shoot.
Him holding her and she goes down and she's looking back and shooting and then
throws a knife or something. Yeah. Have fun with it.
They like
You've
pull
already
the
made
knives off of her just like earlier, but they're throwing them into guys and they're like taking
You
the
already
guns
made
and
it-
shoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
You made it into... They're superheroes. We don't have to believe that they would really survive this.
Right.
You're not making Bourne Identity.
No.
You're making Mr. and Mrs. Smith now.
I mean, honestly...
Have fun.
Yes. Yeah, have a lot of fun with this. Make it good. Make it look like they're going down swinging, right? Honestly, if they would have done it where their 2 friends helped them fake their deaths this way, that would have been the best ending, I think.
Well, it would have made sense.
It would have made the most sense.
Because they would have gotten away with it then.
They would have gotten away with it, make them look like they died in the shed or died during this fight here. And then they could have been
they go
on,
down
like,
in a blaze of glory.
They should have been sitting on a goddamn beach at the end.
In Colombia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drinking fucking Mai Tais somewhere on like a cruise
Next
ship.
to Milton.
You know, that's all I'm saying. But somehow they win. It goes quiet.
Well, they take out all the guys.
Everybody.
That come after
Literally
them.
everybody.
And I was like, you don't think there's going to be more guys?
Right.
Like, you didn't take out the agencies.
Exactly.
You just took out that wave.
Yep. They needed to.
That's
they
a
needed to
problem.
fake their own deaths. They needed to fake their deaths, and they didn't
Fake
do
their
it.
own deaths.
And you
Storm into Keith David's
Yes.
office.
Demand them just to leave them the fuck
remember
alone.
the scene? Remember the scene where nobody goes into that office?
They could have gone to the office.
Go into the fucking office.
That
You
would have
set
been
it
a
up that
callback.
no one gets to go in.
Right.
Have it be a surprise of who it is. Keith David's in there with them.
Oh, and wait a minute. Oh my God.
It
The
was
guy owns both agencies because you
owns
don't get
them
to see
both.
it. Oh!
Oh, there's another one.
Twist.
Literally fucking anything.
Oh, he was their
and they decided
therapist.
to do
It would have been great.
nothing.
I still think it would have been great if he was their therapist.
Yeah, it would have been better if he was the therapist and I didn't know what he looked like.
But instead,
But that is a problem. It's
is
a
a
big
huge
problem.
problem.
There was no big bad. It was mindless hitmen that we
Yes.
never saw before or since, and then there was nothing afterward to establish that why they're getting away with this.
Right.
Because the last scene of the movie
is
is
them
just
in the same therapist office. That means they didn't move away. That means they said they're building up the house again.
yeah, they redid the
They're
house.
staying?
I guess because no, you know what it is, Rachel? It's because they got off on it. So
that's
they
true.
love
So they're
when
gonna
someone
just-
trying to come kill them.
Every
they
other
fuck
month
on the
they're-
corpse.
Every other month they're blowing up their house and screwing on the corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, honey, where are you going? You going to get the corpses? Yes, Mo, I'm going to get the corpses. So they say like there's going to be challenges, but they can handle it together. And it's like,
Yes,
yeah,
and
because the therapist starts to go on a thing about like how all marriages deal with this, and it's the 7, and this and that and the other. And he goes, ask the sex question again. Ask the sex question again.
10.
And he goes 10, and that's the end.
That's the end.
And the end credits are these Bourne Identity fucking credits.
And they don't deserve them.
I really, we're doing the, folks at home, the main event we're recording last, and it is the Bourne Identity.
I hope
We're
I'm not
doing this one
disappointed.
first. I hope
I'm
we're not wrong.
disappointed. I really do. I hope I'm not disappointed.
Rachel, that is the end of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We were a little riled up about this one towards the end there. We didn't start off riled up. We ended up being riled up. We weren't this riled up for Mission
No.
Impossible or any of the other movies
No.
minus Master of Disguise.
Well, You couldn't even get riled up with that one. That's just how bad
I
that
really
was.
had no idea what to do with that one. Rachel, it has come to that time of the show where I will ask you that most important question: does Mr. and Mrs. Smith have shelf life?
So, well,
we really need to get you a shirt that says "so ... Shelf Life Podcast.
Does it have shelf life?
Yeah.
It's okay. How do I put this? How do we put this? The concept of the married spies, fun, right? They find out, they have to go through shenanigans of some sort. Fun. It's a fun rom of some sort, right? Where it's either a rom thriller, rom like com. It can be
all
fun.
of them.
It can be
if you do
everything
it right.
put together if you do it right. The beginning of this, the setup is it's slow, but it's got you. You're like, oh, I like where you're going. This is fun, and then it just gets a little goofy and kind of like, oh, well, I see what you're trying to do, but I don't like it. I see what you're trying to do, but I don't like it. And it keeps happening. And I hate the ending where there isn't an ending, where there isn't any sort of conclusion, where they make it seem like, oh, this one wave of assassins is it. And then they can just go live happily ever after. Bullshit. That's why I got riled up, because I never liked the ending.
Yeah.
I like the concept, and I can, at least give it something in my own imagination, but it just completely falls apart in the end. So for me, this does not have shelf life.
Okay.
Kevin?
So this is a very serviceable movie.
Sure.
It
It's
is
fun.
done
Kind of.
fine.
Yeah.
It is competent. It makes sense. It is unsatisfying.
Yeah.
It's a movie for the general populace in 2005 with this lack of substance to me as well. There's plenty of puns and jokes and symbolism for marriage, but it doesn't
weird marriage,
say
like
anything.
stupid things. Like, it's just trying to make fun of marriage at that point.
Yeah, like boomer marriage, Gen X marriage. Like,
Right.
It's jokes about marriage. But it doesn't say anything about it. It doesn't say anything about these characters or enduring marriage or finding yourself within the marriage or
Right.
communicating with your partner.
Yeah, there was still no communication in the end. I'm just saying. Just gonna throw that out there.
There's no message or theme or anything around that, so it lacks substance. Okay, I liked the first half, even maybe.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I was watching it and I was going, oh, I pre-watched this thinking, like, I probably am not going to put this on the shelf, right? Like, I don't have any nostalgia for it. It's a rom-com, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the first part of it, I really was like, oh, it's pretty good. I'm into it.
Right.
This premise works. I get what they're going for. The setup is working. Mm-hmm. And at some point, it just peters out completely and kind of falls apart and rushes things. It doesn't make sense. The fight scene between them in the kitchen and in the house, really. I say the kitchen, but it's throughout the house.
Right.
It's good in
It's
theory.
fun. Yes.
And it's fun enough, but even that could have been better with the bad needle drop and some of the choices that they make, what they cut, what they didn't cut. That's my prevailing thought about this entire thing, is that it could have been better, and it just wasn't. Mm-hmm. I'm curious, truly, now to know what the reboot television show is like, to see if that is better than this. Because the concept is there.
Right. The suburban
the concept really is there.
Spy couple. It's an interesting, and it's fun, and it's silly, so it definitely has that comedy, but this one just didn't quite hit it.
Really thought this was going to surprise me. I really did. But at the end of the day, it was so bland. It's so forgettable. Mm-hmm. It is a cable movie. It is a movie when you are doing your laundry.
Yes.
And you're flipping through channels.
Pop
or
it
if
on.
it's Pluto or Tubi or Peacock or any of these other ones that have channels on their streaming services, and you flip through and, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I know that
YouTube.
one. That can be on YouTube. That could be on in the fucking background.
Yeah.
You're not going out of your way to find this.
Don't enjoy. Just skip the ending. Make it up whatever you wanted it to be.
It does not have shelf life. It doesn't really work more than being like a cable movie for me. Maybe your average casual moviegoer.
Yeah, I could see it as a guilty pleasure and stuff too for people. I know you don't believe in guilty pleasures, but
I don't.
I feel
you just like it, and it's fine.
But I feel like this could be one of those where it's like, oh, I don't know, it is fun and I could enjoy it, but I just
that's fine.
I just don't think it's shelf worthy. It's one of those where like, yeah, I'll watch it, but I just don't think it's shelf worthy.
I don't want to rip on any. If people like it, they like it. I don't want to rip on people.
I'm not saying
it.
that. I'm just saying like. I feel like some people could take it as a guilty
for
pleasure
me.
or could like it.
No, I understand that. For me, it's in the meaty part of the curve, and it's below where the Hulk was on the meaty part of the curve. It's down there. There's nothing to it. It just does not have shelf life. Yeah, if you want to watch it, go ahead, but it is lacking in substance. It really is. Pitt and Jolie are fine.
Yeah, they're okay.
They have chemistry.
Pitt kind of annoys me sometimes.
Vince Vaughn is really annoying in it.
Yeah.
He just doesn't work in this. Some of his lines are funny, but it's like he's overwhelming.
Again, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, and he's overwhelming with them, so of course there's something that's bound to hit.
I would be curious if there are better pairs that would have worked better in this.
Right.
I don't know what that would have been
I
in
don't
2005.
either.
I'm just I'm trying to think of like other stuff that we've done from the era. The holiday, any of the holiday foursome, I would have enjoyed that movie more.
Yes. Yes.
Quite frankly.
Well, I mean, she was a Charlie's Angel, so it kind of makes sense.
That's true.
Cameron
Her
Diaz
and Jack
was.
Black would have. Cameron Diaz and Jack Black in this role.
Could you imagine them as the suburban couple?
That out there.
I kind of love
Just
it.
throwing that out there.
Now that's a twist that Jack Black is actually.
Jim Halpert and Pam Beesly in these roles. Great. That could have worked just
Maybe a little
fine.
too
That's
mousy.
also from 2005.
Too mousy.
So folks at home, please let us know if you recast.
Oh yeah, definitely help us out here.
You could use anything.
Anybody at this point.
Any era. Who would you recast in the Mr. and Mrs. Smith role?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
Because
they're fine, but they're so just kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
And that's why we can cross that off the list. That was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, directed by Doug Liman. We're getting very worried about our next mission. It does not have shelf life. Okay, so Rachel, we only have one more mission left on the Summer of Spies.
Yes, that's right.
And I don't even have to unveil the dossier. I already know what's in it. And we have to take a cruise. So we're going to start off on a boat. Oh, it's not a cruise. It's a fishing trip?
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I guess we'll find out what that
different.
means.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully it doesn't storm.
Hopefully
I feel like there's going to be a storm.
And we remember everything afterward, because some of those cruises, people just black out.
Oh my god. It's going to be rough.
Get amnesia. And until next time with the finale, I have been Name Redacted.
And I am Agent R.
And this has been Shelf Life, Summer of Spies. Got Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint. That would be a good one.
Ooh.
Dana Carvey and Jennifer Esposito also would be interesting in the Mr. and Mrs. Smith role.
Interesting.
Like to see that.
Interesting.
Oh, Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger.
Oh my god.
Let's see that.
Now that.
I want to see them as Joker and Harley Quinn.
Great. I know, they would have been really good.
That
would have been great.
Queen Latifah.
Oh, she could have kicked some ass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
Now that's a couple. Paddington
Bear has to be Mr. Smith.
And then Jane is April O'Neil.
April O'Neil and Paddington Bear. Wait, that's it. That's the ultimate right there. That's it. I'm happy. That's the one I want to end on.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Right then! You do not even realize